This is LSU. This is the place in college baseball.
First pitch, he drives down the line in right field. Stay fair, and it is back-to-back jacks. 2-2 pitch, called strike three on the outer black. Drive home safely. Tigers win. They walk it off in the bottom of the ninth inning.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air.
Play ball.
This is exciting live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Called strike three, struck him out.
Brought to you by Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. Louisiana Blue, official health insurance provider of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. The Powerhouse.
3-1 to Bear. Launched in the air to right field. Giving it a look. Ty Evans will just watch it go.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Powered by People's Health. Welcome in to the Hub International On Deck Show, presented by Hub International, Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Visit hubinternational.com. Coming up, talking with Tigers, a trip around the SEC, the pitching matchup, the starting lineup, and a visit with Tiger skipper Jay Johnson. It's time for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Now, let's go inside the broadcast booth on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
One of the most anticipated matchups of 2025 when it comes to college baseball, certainly in SEC play. We welcome you into the opening game of this three-game set as the fifth-ranked Tennessee Volunteers, reigning national champions, travel down from Rocky Top to take on your fourth-ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel. Our straw stirring their drink back inside the Capital One studio, Mr. Adam Gattuso, welcoming you once again. Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU for tonight's play-by-play story. Yes, indeed. Over the last several years, LSU and Tennessee have played some meaningful contests. And whether it happens in Knoxville, Baton Rouge, Hoover, or in Omaha, the stakes always seem to be high. Well, again, we are delayed. The first game of this series set to get underway at 6:30 earlier this evening. Due to some storms and some lightning delays, we've got a first pitch scheduled for 9:50 tonight, and we've got a dandy because two of the best arms in all of college baseball will get it started here tonight for Tennessee. It'll be Liam Doyle, the junior left-hander, coming in with a 7-1 record, making his 11th start of the season. The former Coastal Carolina and Ole Miss pitcher, now wearing the Tennessee orange with a 2.48 ERA. For your Fighting Tigers of LSU, it'll be their Game 1 ace, sophomore left-hander Cade Anderson, now 6-1 on the season, also making his 11th start. Cade with a 3.92 ERA. So, find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. We got baseball on the way tonight. Game 1 of this heavyweight series. It's Tennessee, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Baton Rouge isn't just the capital of Louisiana, it's the capital of college baseball. The fans, the players, the entire atmosphere. When it comes to baseball season, there's no better place than Baton Rouge. And the fun extends beyond the box, with plenty to do off campus. Explore some of Baton Rouge's best bites, visit our incredible museums, and enjoy the sweet sounds of swamp blues. Born right here in Louisiana's capital city. Check out visitbatonrouge.com for more things to do on your next trip.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Winning isn't everything. Wait, excuse me, read that wrong. Winning is everything. Hancock Whitney Bank is supporting today's action because we love to see people win. And we're supporting you with knowledge and support because we want to see you win too. Your business, your goals, your hopes, and your dreams. The right bank makes all the difference. How can we help you win? Visit HancockWhitney.com to find out. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Back with more on the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers. Presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, LSU versus Tennessee, Game 1 of a big 3-game series here at the stadium, and we're looking forward to it. And we're joined now by LSU assistant coach and recruiting coordinator Josh Jordan. And Coach, naturally, every SEC series is big, but I guess this one seems to have a little different feel to it because of the magnitude of the rankings and the fact that legitimately LSU and Tennessee have been the two best college baseball programs in recent years.
Yeah, no question about it, Bill. I mean, you've got the last two defending national champions going off. It's a top 5 matchup. This is why you come to LSU, to have the opportunity to play in this environment against this caliber of opponent and to have a chance to compete at the highest level. And we often say biggest stage, brightest lights. Well, the eyes of college baseball are going to be looking at Alex Box tonight.
Well, absolutely. And, of course, Tennessee has a uber-talented club, as they always do. The pitcher tonight, Liam Doyle, we actually saw him last year at Ole Miss. He's now at Tennessee. His numbers are off the charts. What are some of the keys to facing a guy like that and having success?
Yeah, Bill, it's third school in 3 years, and it seems like every stop he's got a little bit better. And, he's a really talented arm. He'll go really high in this year's draft. And what a great opportunity for our hitters. And a chance to get in there and step in against a guy that's having a great season. And I like the way we match up. I think Coach Johnson and Coach Wanaka and Coach Simpson have gotten together and put our hitters in a really good place over the last 2 days in terms of being ready to hit and being in a great position to hit. And we got a great game plan now. It's our job as players and coaches to go out and execute that. And that's where the fun happens in those 27 outs.
Absolutely. And then on the other side, Tennessee has a very, as Coach Johnson described it earlier this week, very physical lineup. In a lot of ways, they mirror LSU in the way that they play and the way they develop players. Just your thoughts on Cade Anderson and the bullpen and what the challenges they may face tonight. Yeah,
you got to obviously go at that middle of the order. Fisher and the guys around him, you've got to do a really good job of limiting their damage. Just like our hitters, they're going to get their hits. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get our hits. Yeah. It's about preventing the big inning and making sure you minimize the mistakes, knowing that most college baseball games are lost, not won, and we've got to make sure that we're in a position at the end of the ball game where we're either ahead or within striking distance. And this is going to be a tight baseball game. That's the way I feel. That being said, we talked about in our staff meeting, we've got to be, as a coaching staff and as players, ready to play in any type of game that presents itself, whether it be a 1-run ball game in the 9th, whether it be a 10-run ball game in the 5th, whatever presents itself in terms of the ball game, we've got to be prepared for. And we need a great start out of Cade Anderson. That's where it begins, because you're facing another really good arm, Liam Doyle, and again, I think these two guys, a lot of the professional baseball community be in town tonight to see these two guys go at it.
All right, Coach, we're definitely looking forward to it. Game 1 tonight. Best of luck tonight and throughout the weekend.
Thank you, Bill.
Coach Josh Jordan with us. Tigers getting set to face Tennessee. We're back with a lot more after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. And we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
Leading you up to first pitch, this is the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to take a trip around the South.
Coming back.
Presented by Visit Baton Rouge, Louisiana's capital city.
Back here at the box, another late one, but we've got baseball. Tennessee in town to take on your Tigers, and boy, should this be an exciting series, and we'll get it started here tonight. A reminder, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts stream for free on the LSU Sports mobile app. You can download it for free on your iOS or Android device. The LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. We create chemistry. Well, let's take a look at what's been going on around the SEC. Most every game probably close to getting final on this Friday night, and to run us around on a trip across the SEC, happy to have in the booth once again Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel. Buzzy?
Yeah, thank you, Chris. You're right, a couple finals already. Georgia with the win over Oklahoma 10-9. Georgia evens that series as Oklahoma won the game yesterday in a series that started on Thursday. Another final, Florida with the win over the 5th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks 6-4, that game being played in Gainesville. Other games underway at the moment. A game just underway in Auburn, Alabama. Auburn and Mississippi State scoreless. Top of the 8th in Tuscaloosa. Alabama leading Missouri 7-3. They're looking to win that series as Alabama came from behind in yesterday's game against Missouri. Missouri still winless in the SEC. Top of the 8th in Oxford. Ole Miss leading Vanderbilt 5-3. And top of the 5th in Austin, Texas. Texas with the early lead over Texas A&M 1-0. Of course, our game getting ready to start here in a few minutes. Looking around the SEC at the standings, sitting at the top of the league is Texas at 16-2. Arkansas sits at 13-5. LSU and Tennessee, if there wasn't any other reason for this to be an exciting weekend, they sit at 12-6 apiece. Vanderbilt at 11-7. Oklahoma 11-8. Ole Miss 10-8. Alabama and Georgia at 10-9. Auburn at 9-9. Kentucky and Texas A&M at 8-10 in the SEC. Florida, Mississippi State are at 6-12. South Carolina 4-14, and again Missouri winless in the SEC at 0-19. Make that about to be 0-20 if Alabama can hold on to that lead.
Thank you, Buzzy. Again, fans, LSU Athletics would like to thank its Team LSU corporate partners. That's Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Yes, the field has been prepped. Again, no rain. It was mostly lightning in and around the area that delayed tonight's first pitch. So both teams are out, huddling up. Tennessee in left field, LSU in right field. And we are headed up to first pitch here in Game 1 on a Friday night. When we come back on the Hub International On Deck Show, let's take a look at the starting pitchers. And not only do we have two great teams battling tonight, we got two great starters. Buzzy will break that down when we continue after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
As a full-service industrial contractor, Bartlett Group specializes in maintenance, turnarounds, and capital mechanical projects, refractory, soft crafts, fabrication, and more. Just a few of the companies that Bartlett represents include Excel Scaffold, DECS, Deltec Manufacturing, GMTS, and Precision Refractory. Bartlett boasts the best talent retention record with highly trained and seasoned professionals. Our mission, to deliver first-class service with the best scaffold system and experts. At Bartlett, our strength is our people, driving our growth and success. Choose Bartlett Group, where exceptional is standard.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Here's a look at the game's pitching matchups as the Hub International On Deck show continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at the box, getting ready for a 9:50 p.m. Central Time first pitch. Number 5, Tennessee. At number 4, your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Fans Capital One offering checking and savings accounts. No fees or minimums. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Let's take a look at tonight's starting pitchers with that once again. Here's Buzzy Heidel. Buzzy?
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, junior Liam Doyle for Tennessee getting his 11th start of the year, 7-1 with the 2.48 ERA. And then you've got Cade Anderson for LSU getting his 11th start of the year, 6-1 with a 3.92 ERA. I mean, two similar pitchers. You mentioned it, Chris. Two guys that are in the top of the league in strikeouts, and both are strike throwers. They're pretty similar from a physical standpoint, too. Both 6'2", Doyle a little bit bigger at 220, Anderson right around the 190 mark. But both guys are going to make you earn everything you get from an offensive standpoint. Again, they're both strike throwers. They both have good velocity. Doyle a little bit more velocity. He's going to be more upper 90s, where Anderson will sit more low to mid 90s. And again, it'll be an interesting night. Tennessee second in the league in home runs. Cade Anderson at times can be prone to giving up the homer. The good news is a lot of times when he gives up the homer, he didn't walk anybody or give anybody a free base before that homer's hit. So a lot of times he's just giving up solo homers, which you can win when you just give up solo homers. It's the 2-3 run homers that can get you beat. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. A little disappointing that the weather came in. Probably not going to be as rocking of an Alex Box Stadium as we would hope on a Friday night, but still looking around, crowd's pretty good, and going to be a great matchup between two top-tier teams, two top-tier pitchers, and the offense for both are going to have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely, Buzz. Again, it will be Liam Doyle, the junior left-hander for the Vols. It'll be sophomore lefty Cade Anderson for your Tigers. And to Buzzy's point, when the tarp was lifted, those who are still at the box awfully loud. So there'll still be plenty of energy here tonight as we get ready to open this series. Coming up on the Hub International On Deck show, we visit with head coach Jay Johnson. He talks about what his team has been working on for the last 36 hours plus leading into this heavyweight battle. And Tiger fans, if you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac maniac, prove it at the next home baseball game. You could win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's One Love. We come back. Tiger skipper Jay Johnson on the Hub International On Deck show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. No game day is complete without Noel Spirits from Noel Family Distillery. Founded by a father-daughter duo, Noel Family Distillery is the only Louisiana distillery offering authentic tequila. Their additive-free tequila captures the spirit of Louisiana, creating a spirits experience worthy of the Tigers and their loyal fans across the country. Noel Tequila is proud to be the official tequila of LSU Athletics. Enjoy Noel Tequila at the box or grab a bottle of your own at many fine retailers. Learn the unique Noel Distillery story at noeldistillery.com.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons for You on our mobile app or at albertsons.com, where you can shop online and save over $300 weekly with digital coupons. Earn reward points every time you shop in-store or online and redeem your points for free groceries. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to start saving. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Hey Tiger fans, get ready to swing for the fences because the 2025 baseball season is upon us, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the home run celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to LSU baseball games or to any other live event in Baton Rouge, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
People's Health has a new Medicare plan designed for people with diabetes, chronic heart failure, or cardiovascular disorders. It features a monthly over-the-counter allowance, lower costs for a number of prescriptions, and lower specialist copays than non-special needs plans from People's Health. To learn more about a chronic special needs plan, call 1-844-663-2133. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Before the Fighting Tigers take to the field, time to visit with the top Tiger, LSU skipper Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank and credit card of LSU Athletics. On the Hub International On Deck Show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, here we are, much anticipated from the fan base. One of the best two programs certainly here of late. LSU and Tennessee's had some great matchups, whether it be in Knoxville, Baton Rouge, Omaha, Hoover, you name it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's an exciting weekend. You know, two of the top programs in the country. Great players all over the field. Should make for a great atmosphere this weekend, and can't wait to dive into it.
Let's talk about Liam Doyle a little bit. We certainly know what his numbers say. What's kind of the plan, or what needs to be the plan if you're going to be successful against him?
Well, he's awfully good. The numbers are very reminiscent of what Paul Skeens did here in terms of strikeout sprinting, lack of walks. He's very confident, comes right at you. I mean, we're going to get a pitch in the zone. You have to hit the mistake. If you don't hit the mistake, then you got to kind of go to work and make it tough on him. It's one of those guys where it's tough to drive the pitch count because he throws so many strikes. So you can't do that through taking per se. You got to punish him when he comes in, and then you got to make him work for every out that he gets if you miss your pitch. And so I think our guys have done a really good job with this type of pitcher that we've seen this year. And so he's certainly the best one to date, though. No question about that.
Talk about how good these two teams are, but we talk about Liam Doyle. We got to talk about Cade Anderson, your ace. What you know about this Tennessee lineup? What does Cade need to do? Probably what he always does, but what will be very detail-oriented tonight?
Well, I think it's you need to get the plate to control the count with strikes, number one. But then from there, he's got to execute his finish pitches, and sometimes that doesn't always mean throwing a strike, which I've never said this about a pitcher that I've had, and it's probably the reason I think Cade's so good is sometimes he throws too many strikes. And this lineup has power. It's kind of a big arms, big bats, very modern day SEC, top tier team in terms of talent level. He's got to get them off the barrel. Now, they haven't hit the last, couple SEC weekends like they normally have. So hopefully he can help them do that for another game, and then Anthony can do the same thing tomorrow.
Lastly, Coach, last couple of days, I know you pay attention to all the details, how the guys behave leading up to a contest. What's it been like the last 36, 40 hours?
Yeah, it's been good. I think, kind of the message, coming out of that tough game on Tuesday is learn the lesson, leave the moment. And so that was kind of the message there. We wrote down some of the lessons that we can be better for that happened in that game, coaches, players, the whole thing. And then kind of burning it, kind of like the old ritual, I guess, where you write something down on a piece of paper so you make sure you own it and you gather something from it, but then you put it in a fireplace. And that's what we did. And then we moved on to what do the players believe we need to do to be successful in this series. And, you're talking about a team in LSU 2025 that won 17 in a row and 26 out of 28. And tonight we're playing a lineup that was, pretty much the lineup we went with while we were doing that. And kind of a message to the team, like, I believe in them. I believe in our program. I believe in their competitive element, and I believe that they've risen to challenges like this one. So I'm expecting one of the most competitive, most enjoyable games of the year to compete in tonight.
Sounds great to me, Coach. This is what it's all about. Best of luck. Get after 'em.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll get those starting lineups for both the Vols and your Tigers. And then it's first pitch, LSU, coming into the box right here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Wrapping up the Hub International On Deck Show. We are just moments away from first pitch. Time now for the game's starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Build a better workday when you partner with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com.
We're back.
Fans, if you're planning an event, Grayson Events and Entertainment has you covered. They have everything to make your next event unforgettable. Call 225-436-6520. You won't be disappointed. Let's take a look at those starting lineups for Game 1 tonight, Tennessee and LSU. First for the visiting Volunteers. Coach Tony Vitello and his club, 34-7 on the season, 12-6 their SEC mark. Dean Curley going to lead it off at third base, the sophomore, hitting .310 on the year. Batting second in the order is Keelan. That's Gavin Keelan, a junior, batting .412. He'll be at second base. Batting third for the Vols at first base, Andrew Fisher, a junior with a .311 average. Hunter Inslee, the veteran center fielder, will bat cleanup. Senior batting .342. Dalton Bargo will be in left field for the Vols. He'll bat fifth in the order. Reese Chapman in the sixth spot in right field. Batting in the seventh hole will be the catcher, Cannon Peebles. Ariel Antigua will be the shortstop, batting eighth, and Jay Abernathy, the designated hitter for the Volunteers, will bat ninth in the order. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 34-8 their overall record, also 12-6 with the Tennessee Volunteers in SEC play. Derek Curiel atop the order, the freshman left fielder, batting .369. Jarrett Jones back in the two spot. He'll be at first base again. The junior hitting .359. Daniel Dickinson playing second base, will bat third in the order. Daniel on the year, batting .347. Ethan Fry, once again, the designated hitter, will bat cleanup for the Tigers. Stephen Milam at shortstop will bat fifth. Jake Brown in right field getting the start. He'll bat sixth. Luis Hernandez back behind the plate catching in the seventh hole. Michael Braswell, the veteran third baseman, will bat eighth. And Chris Stanfield, arguably the best nine-hole hitter in the country, will round out the order for the Tigers. Stanfield, a junior, batting .344 on the season. Once again on the mound for Tennessee, junior left-hander Liam Doyle. And for your Tigers, sophomore lefty Cade Anderson. That's a look at the starting lineups. That means first pitch right around the corner. We get it started. Game 1, Tennessee and LSU here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network. When it's miserable outside, you will be comfortable inside with an energy-efficient Trane air conditioning and heating system found at TraneSouth.com. Trane's a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Trust Trane to lower your utility bills and save you money. It's hard to stop a train, but it's easy to afford one. At TraneSouth.com, find rebates, tax credits, special financing, and a reliable Trane dealer, subject to credit approval. Visit TraneSouth.com for details.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those four iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
17 SEC championships.
His team, a strike and an out away from a natty.
26 NCAA regional titles.
2 outs, runner at first. The 0-2 pitch.
19 trips to Omaha in the College World Series.
Swing and a miss, and all is right in the world. Tigers win. Tigers win.
7 national titles.
The national championship is headed back to Baton Rouge.
The Powerhouse. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Friday evening, Tiger fans, and welcome. Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Bach Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge. Big-time college baseball matchup tonight between number 5, the Tennessee Volunteers, the current reigning national champions, and your 4th-ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Along with our producer, Adam Gattuso, back in the Capital One studio. Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel to my left. I'm Chris Blair, and we thank you for staying up and hanging with us as we are just about set for baseball moments away. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Check them out at sunequip.com. Well, we had a delay tonight due to mostly lightning. There were scattered storms throughout the area. Not a lot of rainfall here at the box as you hear the Tigers take to the field. Crowd anticipating the start of this one. Let's check your game day weather report brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. Get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Well, it looks like we may have smooth sailing the rest of the way with a first pitch coming at nearly 10 o'clock Central Time. After the storms and clouds move through the area, going to start clearing up here right around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and it'll be clear overnight. Currently 73 degrees, so comfortable here at the ballpark tonight. And by the time we're done, Buzzy, if I handicap the time here, probably going to be right around 71 or 70 degrees by the time we wrap up the action here in Game 1.
Yeah, put a pot of coffee on and turn us up and get ready to go. It's going to be a fun night. I mean, we said it. It's a shame that you can't control the weather, but it's a shame that it had to be pushed back. But I like the crowd for a 10 o'clock start, knowing you're not going to get home till probably 1:30-ish, maybe even 2-ish. I like the crowd, and it's going to be a good one. So, yeah, get the coffee ready, turn us up loud, and let's have a night.
Kate Anderson on the bump, taking his final warm-up tosses. He'll face the top of the order for Tennessee. Dean Curley, Gavin Keelan, and Andrew Fisher, the first 3 in the order for the Tennessee Vols. The Tigers wearing their purple jerseys, white pants with a purple pinstripe. Of course, traditional Tigers across the chest and traditional LSU purple lids. For the Volunteers, they go with their smoky gray unis tonight in game one. Gray jerseys, gray pants, Tennessee orange batting lids. Our umpires tonight, David Susi at first base, Matthew Wilbanks at second, Michael Durantes at third base, and our home plate umpire tonight calling the balls and strikes will be Joe Harris. Taking a look at tonight's recipe for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, official catering service of LSU Athletics. Buzzy, I think most people would tell you coming into this series, LSU is going to have to amp up the offense a little bit. They've struggled a little bit producing runs over the last couple of weekends in SEC play. And against a team like Tennessee, who also of late has struggled a little bit. But when you look at what both of these teams have done up until the last 2 weeks offensively, you're going to have to, when you get them on, you got to get them over and you got to get them in.
You said it best. I think it's when you get those opportunities, typically on a Friday night against two guys like Doyle and Anderson, you're not going to get a whole lot of opportunities. So when you get that chance with guys in scoring position, you really got to take advantage of it. And LSU, the last two games, they struggled in that department, getting the job done with guys in scoring position. That'll be a key stat here tonight.
So we are set to go. Dean Curley, the right-handed hitter, stands in. Cade Anderson, the lefty, ready to go. First pitch high and outside with a fastball at 96, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 9:55 Central Time, and it's 1-0 to Curley. Anderson fires again. This one above the letters, ruled ball 2 with a fastball. Suddenly now it's 2-0. We were joking up here after the long and lengthy delay that maybe the strike zone would be a mile wide for these umpires who don't want to be here until the early morning hours, but not the case early. This one just off the outside corner, missing for ball 3, and it's 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Dean Curley. Curley, a .280 hitter in SEC play. 3-0 pitch. Looked like the take was on. It's a called strike with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and now 3-1.
Well, you heard Coach Johnson before in the interview talk about Anderson sometimes throws too many strikes. You definitely want to get in the strike zone on the leadoff hitter of the game.
3-1 pitch misses high, and Anderson going to give up a rare walk, especially early in the game, and that'll put Tennessee with a runner aboard here with nobody out in the top of the first inning.
Well, you can see Anderson's definitely amped up. I mean, he's a high velo guy to begin with, but he's in that 97-mile-an-hour range on these first batter. And again, he's a guy that sits more at the 93 to 95 miles per hour. So he's definitely amped up and just needs to get back to himself, get in that strike zone.
Gavin Keelan, a junior, batting .412 on the season, batting .333 against SEC competition, will foul the first pitch off a fastball into the screen behind the plate, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Tennessee team that has 97 home runs on the year. That's second in the league behind Georgia. Now, they do play in a very homer-friendly ballpark, but to hit 97 through 41 games, that's impressive.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier this week as Anderson's 0-1 pitch missed outside of the left-hander to even the count 1-1. I get it. Early part of the season, they rack up a lot of home runs. And yes, Lindsey Nelson Stadium, not the deepest park by any stretch of the imagination, but they do it when they travel, and they do it when they go to Hoover, as well as Omaha. This one fouled back into the screen. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anderson works ahead.
Well, to give you perspective on that, the 97 LSU team that's still a record, 188 home runs in a single season. Doug Thompson was a part of that 97 squad as a pitcher, but through 41 games, LSU had 86 home runs. Through the same 41 games, Tennessee with 97. Give you a little perspective on that.
1-2 pitch, a little elevated, misses, and it evens the count now to Keelan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The balls with a leadoff walk. Curley over at first base. He's 5 for 6 in stolen bases. Tennessee not a team with a ton of stolen bags. In fact, just slightly ahead of LSU on the season. Here's a knock. Deep to left field, going back. Curiel on the track, reaches up, pulls it down. That'll send Curley back to first. That one a little nerve-wracking off the bat. It was kind of a soft launch, Buzzy, but he got plenty on it because it was jetting out towards the left field wall, and Curiel was at a pretty good clip to get back there and then reached up the glove kind of over the shoulder to make the grab.
Well, the key there was Curiel got a good first step, and that's the key really in good outfield play. LSU has had good outfield play for quite some time now, but Curiel got that good first step, and you're right, that ball just kept traveling, was hit much better than it looked off the bat.
Andrew Fisher, another left-hander, comes in, one out, one runner on here, top of the first. Breaking ball across the plate for a strike. That was a nice little bender there from Anderson. Had Fisher a little fooled, and it's 0-1. I think he was anticipating a first pitch fastball.
Yeah, got to be careful with Fisher. 16 home runs on the year. That's second in the SEC.
The 0-1. Strike two on the inside corner at the knees, and Anderson works ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, this is the part when you get ahead, like Anderson has done. A lot of times he'll get too good with that 0-2-1-2 pitch. So this is where I think Coach Jay Johnson wants him to get a little more, get the hitter to get in swing mode and get off the plate with the pitches.
The 0-2, another breaking ball. This one just fouled back into the screen off the bat of Fisher.
Yeah, and that's a good example. That was a slider up in the zone, and Fisher, he's going to be probably kicking himself as that pitch was up and really a mistake pitch 0-2. Anderson really needs to, again, hyper-focus and get that pitch off the plate, try to get Fisher to go fishing for one.
One out, runner at first, and this pitch, called strike three on the outside corner. Fisher could not fully commit to the swing, tried to check his swing, but Anderson able to paint the outside black, and there's two gone as Cade records his first strikeout of the evening.
Well, that's the perfect pitcher's pitch, a slider that I don't think Fisher could have done anything with it, even if he would have taken a full swing. It was right there on the black of the plate, and that's the perfect 0-2 pitch. Anderson with two big outs after giving up the leadoff walk.
Still a runner at first. Top of the first inning, now two down. See Hunter Inslee, a dangerous hitter in his own right. The right-hander takes the first pitch. Inside corner at the letters for a strike, 0-1.
I mean, there's not a ton of let-up in this Tennessee Volunteer lineup, and not only from the average standpoint, but you got all the guys can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Pitch misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. You heard Jay Johnson mention, he said, I haven't ever said this about any of my pitchers in all my years as a head coach, but Anderson at times throws too many strikes.
Yeah.
And again, it speaks to what you just said. When you're heading the count, looking for that third strike, you don't want to lay it fat over the plate. There's a swing and a miss, gets him ahead of Inslee, 1-2.
Well, and if you're going to err to one side, you want to err to throwing too many strikes. And I know that Jay Johnson likes that he fills the strike zone up. We all do. But yes, when you get ahead, even at a 1-2 count like he is now, you don't have to groove something to a good hitter.
He got him to chase the high fastball with a 1-2 pitch, and Anderson with back-to-back Ks, and that'll do it for Tennessee here in the top of the first. Anderson showing some emotion after the top-shelf fastball gets by Inslee. Tennessee comes away with no runs, no hits. They leave one man on. We played a half inning here at the box, no score. Tigers come to the plate for the first time tonight. Derek Curiel will lead it off, followed by Jones and Dickinson when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Going to the track, the wall, see ya! Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win! The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net. Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook Live and YouTube. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Impressive start for Cade Anderson. He gives up a rare walk in the top of the first inning. And after that, a great play in left by Curiel, and then back-to-back punch-outs by Anderson. Sends Tennessee back to the dugout scoreless after a half inning. Tigers now come to the dish. Derek Curiel will lead it off. The freshman phenom batting .369. Buzzy, still quite amazing to see that reach base streak. He wasted little time on Tuesday, extending it to 42 games with a leadoff home run, albeit in the loss to Northwestern State. But he has certainly come onto the scene as a true freshman. You kind of expect sometimes a quick start, and then maybe you hit a wall. That has not been the case thus far for Curiel. He stands in, the left-hander ready to go, and we'll see Liam Doyle, the lefty on the mound for Tennessee, wind and fire. And the fastball way upstairs, visor level for ball one.
Yeah, well, Curiel's just got a mature approach. He's not afraid to take the walk. He's got great strike zone awareness. A lot of times you don't see him chase. He's going to swing at pitches in the zone.
1-0, misses high and outside. Another heater at 96, and it's 2-0.
I always said a sign of a good hitter, too, is a guy that's not afraid to hit with two strikes. Curiel, again, will take pitches. He'll get to two strikes. Doesn't matter. He seems like he's just as good a hitter with two strikes as he is ahead in the count.
2-0 pitch to Curiel, high and inside. Thought we saw this movie to start the top of the first. 3-0 to set up Curiel. So maybe a little too amped up for Doyle, just like Anderson.
I wouldn't be surprised, too, if you see Curiel take two pitches if Doyle able to get in the strike zone here.
This one missing high. 4 pitches from Doyle, and Curiel will sprint his way down to first base with a leadoff walk.
They'll make it 43 in a row. He doesn't waste any time getting on base again. And again, that would be impressive for a fifth-year senior, a guy that's been around for a long time. But to be a freshman and have that much awareness, be that polished so young in his career, LSU's got a lot to look forward to.
So now with a runner on for the Tigers, Jared Jones back in the 2 spot where he spent the majority of the season until the last couple of weeks. But he's right back there. Stands in, the first pitch backs him up off the plate, missing inside. So that's 5 straight balls offered up by Liam Doyle, the Tennessee starter.
Yeah, we told you when we broke down the pitchers that Doyle and Anderson both strike throwers in 58 innings. Coming into this game, Doyle only had 17 walks, so the walk to Curiel only his 18th of the year.
There's a strike at the belt to Jones to even it up 1-1, and Liam Doyle finds his first strike of the night. 97 on the radar gun. Doyle again started as a Chanticleer at Coastal Carolina, then spent some time in Oxford with Ole Miss before heading to Rocky Top. Pulls the string on a changeup, swing and a miss. Jones out in front. And it's 1-2.
Doyle got the win against Kentucky last Friday, went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, only 2 runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Then Kentucky took 2 or 3 from Tennessee last week, and that was the only win, that Friday night win.
Doyle going to toss lightly over to first to keep Curiel close to the bag. Derek, 2 stolen bases on 5 attempts this year. Again, Kentucky, you mentioned that series. The Wildcats running all over Tennessee. 16 of 18 stolen bases on the weekend. Don't expect the Tigers to be that aggressive. Here's the 1-2 way outside. Brings the catcher Peebles out of his crouch. He has to reach out into the left-handed batter's box to pull it in. It's 2-2 now to Jared Jones. Now, interestingly enough, Buzzy, you look at that series, Kentucky takes 2 of 3, and they stole 16 of 18 bases, but only 2 stolen bases resulted in runs over that same period. Could have been a lot worse. Here's a 2-2, high and inside, missing by Doyle. I got to believe pitching coach Frank Anderson maybe making an early trip out here to try to settle his left-hander down. He looks a little amped up.
Well, definitely the biggest game that Doyle's pitched in, and on the road against a hostile crowd.
3-2, swing and a miss, and Jones down on strikes. The strikeouts for Jared Jones over the last 3 weekends have started to rise.
Creeped up a little bit. It certainly has. As good as Jones is and has been early in this season, just not seeing it as well. I don't expect that to last much longer. The guy's too talented.
So now with one away and a runner at first, we'll see Daniel Dickinson, who certainly has been swinging a good bat of late. He's batting .338 in SEC play. .347 on the season last weekend in the Alabama series, batted an even .500. Here's a strike on an off-speed delivery from Doyle to make it 0-1 to Danny Dickinson, the Tigers' second baseman. Again, Curiel with a leadoff walk on 4 straight pitches. Takes an extended lead off of first. Doyle comes to the plate. Missed inside with a fastball. Trying to speed him back up, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, Doyle's strikeout of Jones, that was his 105th of the year. That, again, leads the SEC. He's no stranger to leading his team in strikeouts. Last year at Ole Miss, he appeared in 16 games, had 11 starts. He led the team in strikeouts with 84.
1-1 off speed. They'll say caught the inside corner, and that puts Dickinson behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jay Johnson said against Doyle, another strike thrower, as we have talked about, he's going to challenge you. He's got plenty of moxie. He trusts his 97, 98, 99 mile an hour fastball. He'll bring it right to you. LSU's got to be ready to hit that one, and they got to hit any mistakes he throws. Dickinson swings and fouls this one back into the screen on a 97 mile an hour heater, and it's still 1-2.
Well, a lot of times he's not going to trick you. You're right. When he gets ahead in the count, or I should say behind in the count, where some pitchers who may try to trick you and go with all speed, he's going to go with that heater, so you got to be geared up for it. He trusts it a lot. Now, he throws enough off-speed stuff to keep you off balance, but you said it. He's going to rely on that fastball. He's going to pitch with confidence with that old number 1.
The 1-2. Chopper on the infield grass, charging in Antigua, the throw to first. He's able to get Dickinson. No chance to turn 2, but an excellent play by Antigua, the shortstop, who had to run all the way in near the mound to get that slow bouncer. Able to record the out on Dickinson. Now 2 gone, and we'll see Ethan Fry, the designated hitter for LSU.
Yeah, Antigua only hitting 194 on the year, but talking with Coach Vitello, he says he's a guy that makes a difference defensively for this team, so he's going to keep him in the lineup. He'll sacrifice the bat because of how good he is from the defensive side of it. We saw it on that play right there.
First pitch to Fry. Missed outside a little low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Talking to John Wilkerson, longtime voice of the Tennessee Vols, he mentioned the fact that defensively Tennessee has struggled a little this season. They replaced virtually their entire infield from a year ago, and they've moved guys around quite a bit to different spots. Antigua has been kind of the mainstay at shortstop. There's a called strike to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. In fact, I think Tennessee coming in this week down low. It's the one statistic, if you look across the SEC defensively, they're about a 9-7 fielding team. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second, no score. Swing by Fry, and it's lifted high out of play right side. Foul will move it to 1-2.
Yeah, you got a program like Tennessee coming off a national championship and what they've done over the last few years, and you got a shortstop hitting 194 on the team who's starting. There's a reason he's in the lineup, and it's not necessarily for the bat, but it's because he can absolutely pick it at short and does things on that side of the baseball that, again, prove that he needs to be in the lineup.
2 outs and the 1-2. Breaking ball missed low. And good take by Fry. He looked in but stayed away, and it evens the count 2-2.
Well, it was a good 1-2 pitch. It was a better take by Fry. I'm not sure how he laid off of it, to be honest.
Curiel down at second base in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs and a 2-2 count to Fry. Doyle's pitch to the plate. They said it was an inside corner called strike. Wow, that was a late delay by Joe Harris, our home plate umpire. Surprised Ethan Fry, but Doyle gets the strikeout, and that'll end it for LSU. They come away empty-handed. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. We move to the top of the second, scoreless here at Alec Box. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
There's nothing like the feeling of a grand slam, and every great play deserves a great sip. With 15% alcohol by volume and a colorful collection of fun flavors, Buzz Balls are the perfect ready-to-drink cocktail for every moment of the game. Try the rich Choco Chiller, Zesty Lime Rita, Spicy Chili Mango, or discover your new favorite flavor. From play ball to the final pitch, there's something for everyone to enjoy in a matter of seconds. So cover all your bases and buy Buzz Balls today. Buzzballs is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy Buzzballs responsibly. Buzzballs, Carrollton, Texas.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
Live action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
No score as we hit the top of the second inning after a lengthy lightning delay here at the ballpark tonight, but we're underway. Tennessee and LSU. Both teams get a runner aboard. LSU strands Derek Curiel in scoring position at second base. And we'll have Dalton Bargo, the left fielder for Tennessee, get things started here as Cade Anderson out for his second inning of work. Delivers the first pitch, breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson, of course, coming off that incredible performance several weeks ago. Complete game victory against Oklahoma, and one of the big keys in that one was him being able to locate the breaking ball, especially early in counts. Goes back to the fastball, gets a swing and a miss, and quickly Bargo behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, very impressive. Listening to you, Chris, call that game over in Norman.
You were impressed with Cade or me?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always impressed with you.
Just checking. This one fouled back into the screen, and it's still 0-2 to Bargo. A .318 hitter on the year, batting .520 when leading off. You know, it's interesting. We talked about defensively, both teams kind of scuffling a little bit here of late. Obviously, LSU made a couple of changes over the last couple of games. As the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Cade Anderson, punch out number 3, and the leadoff hitter retired for Tennessee here in the top of the second inning. Offensively, still very good programs who, again, maybe had a little bit of a letdown over the last couple of weeks. And, you know, listening to Coach Vitello in the press over in Knoxville this week and visiting with Jay Johnson, they both are very confident that those are outliers,
right.
that it's a long season, 56 regular season, that they'll be able to crank it back up. And that's why it's interesting this series falls in the week that it does, this late in the season. There's a strike offered up to Reese Chapman, the junior out of Parker, Colorado, batting .304. You said it earlier, there's not a lot of holes outside of Antigua in this lineup for Tennessee. This one going to be launched in the air to right field. It will bounce in front of Jake Brown. And Chapman with his first hit of the night. Tennessee with the first hit of the game.
Now, to follow up with that thought, too, about the offense for both these teams going to come around. You know, if you talk to any coach, they'll tell you defense and pitching, they feel like you can be more consistent with that throughout the year. Your offense will sometimes go through little peaks and valleys, and you just hope the valleys aren't as long as the peaks are. And so both teams are too good offensively for it to last that long. And you're right, they're facing two of the top guys in the SEC on the mound. It'll be interesting to see what gives.
Fastball offered up to Cannon Peebles, a right-handed hitter, just missed a little low. And good try by Hernandez. He tried to frame it for a home plate umpire, but he ruled it ball 1. Runner at first, swung on, popped him up near second base. Dickinson sailing to his left, couple of steps on the right field grass, and he'll bring it in for the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the top of the second. Tennessee again with a runner at first. And Chapman with the first hit of tonight's game. Chapman, by the way, 1 of 2 in stolen bases. I mentioned I don't have the numbers committed to memory. Tennessee slightly ahead of LSU overall this season, Buzzy, in stolen bases. But both Tony Vitello and Jay Johnson have readily admitted that as opposed to last year's Tennessee championship team and LSU's 23 championship team, They're a little more aggressive, and there's a little more small ball for both teams here in 2025 as Anderson delivers a first pitch strike to Ariel Antigua to make it 0-1.
Yeah, when you hit as many home runs as Tennessee has this year, they don't think they need to steal many bases.
Strike on the inside corner just above the belt to Antigua. Again, the weakest link number-wise in this lineup, batting just 194. In fact, his average is 194. His average with runners aboard, 194. His average with 2 outs in the inning, 194. The 0-2, he'll swing and send a base hit, a one-hopper into right field. I'll wear that one for Coach Johnson and the Tigers.
Well, I'll give you a couple numbers since you mentioned it about the stolen bases, Chris. You got, to your point, you made a good one. Tennessee 11th in the SEC with 39 stolen bases. LSU tied for 14th with 36. So that's on the year, 39 and 36. As you mentioned, not many stolen bases for both these teams. They look for doubles and homers and good pitching.
Jay Abernathy now at the bottom of the order stands in, another left-hander for the Vols, and the first pitch from Anderson misses outside. This will be pitch number 31 for Cade. With 2 outs in the top of the second inning, that'll be crucial as it normally is, but with both of these marquee left-handers, both Doyle and Anderson, everybody keeping an eye on that pitch count. The 1-0. Oh, rides in a little high. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. That's not going to make any friends here in the purple and gold.
Well, it's always important for your starting pitcher to go deep into a game, particularly on the first game of a series, a Thursday or a Friday night, just to set up the whole week. And even if you don't win that first game, if you can save on your pitching in that bullpen, it'll help you throughout the weekend.
Now falling behind Anderson, 3-0 to Abernathy with runners first and second. So the first real threat of the night for Tennessee with 2 outs in a scoreless game here in the top of the second. Infield playing straight up. Milam a little shaded towards the second base bag at shortstop. The 3-0 misses outside, and Anderson with his second walk given up. And that's going to load the bases now. And back to the top of the order, and Dean Curley.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic from Anderson. 2 innings of work, almost 2 innings of work, and 2 walks. But the thing you love about Anderson, when he walks guys, I mean, he's all over the zone and makes every umpire really make a decision on whether to call that thing a strike or a ball. But he's always around the zone, so it gives you confidence to know that shouldn't happen a whole lot as pitching coach Nate Yeske will come out to have a little conversation with Cade Anderson.
Early big moment here. Top of the second. Tennessee now has loaded the bases. Coach Yeske going to go out. Talk about setting up the sequence here to Curley, who got aboard on a walk back in the first inning to start tonight's game. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship health partner, and LSU Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. What do you think, Buzzy, when the schedule came out last fall for this coming season? How many people do you think circled this weekend and Tennessee and LSU playing at Alec Box Stadium?
I think this is when you looked at the schedule, just like you do with really any schedule for any sport, football, there's that big one you always want to get to. This was definitely the one that everybody wanted to get to. You got the defending national champions, and then the year before that, the you got both national champions previous years right here in Alex Box Stadium here in Baton Rouge. I mean, what could be better and for a baseball town that is, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch to Curley is a strike at the letters to make it 0-1.
Yeah, it goes without saying, a big moment early in this game, and you feel like with these 2 pitches, you're not going to get a ton of opportunities with guys in scoring position. So for LSU, obviously want to pitch in the clutch, and Tennessee would be a big moment here to get off to an early lead.
The 0-1 pitch. Chopping, ground ball. Milam fields it, throws to Dickinson at second base for out number 3. Smooth as silk, Stephen Milam makes it look easy out there at the shortstop position. So the Vols threaten but come up empty. No runs, 2 hits. They leave 3 men on. We go to the bottom of the second. LSU will send to the plate Milam, Brown, and Hernandez. That's 5, 6, and 7 in the order when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Join MMR, the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation and proud partner of LSU Athletics. We're scoreless. We head to the bottom of the second. LSU batting for the second time. Stephen Milam going to start things off. What a big moment there. Kate Anderson loading up the bases for Tennessee. Back to the top of the order. He gets him to roll over on a ground ball to Stephen Milam. Gets out of it. Not too different from the first inning in Norman, Buzzy, when he loaded the bases in that game one against the Sooners and was able to wiggle out of it with no damage done. Hopefully that's a good omen.
I was going to say, if he wants to mirror what he did then, that's fine for the rest of the game.
First pitch to Milam from Doyle is up around the chin for ball one. I was going to ask you earlier, coming into this week, you think about LSU baseball and the history and the lore and the legend that it is, and the rivalries that exist in SEC play. And the 1-0 pitch is Milam squared to bunt, also high and inside, now 2-0. Baseball to me, at least in the SEC, a little different than football and the other sports in the sense that you typically have one main rival.
Right.
For LSU baseball, it seems like there are multiple rivalries throughout the season, certainly here over the last couple of years, and Tennessee would be one of them. There's a strike on the inside corner to make it 2-1 now to Stephen Milam. I mean, you think about Mississippi State and LSU going back decades. Ole Miss and LSU certainly got heated up after Coach Mike Bianco took over in Oxford.
The Arkansas battles over the years. I mean,
and here of late, it's Tennessee. Here's a swing and a miss to even the count to Milam 2-2.
Well, for years.
Was it like that when you were here?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And for years, and it's because LSU is the gold standard. I mean, it's because of what Skip Bertman did, what Paul Maneri followed with all his great success, and now with Jay Johnson's continuing, is that all these other teams are now getting really good. I mean, Tennessee, you can respect a team that plays with such energy and plays with such passion.
Swing and a miss and a foul tip. It was held on to by the catcher Peebles, and Milam down on strikes as Doyle records his third punch out tonight. One gone.
And all the SEC teams, I mean, look, Florida has had really good teams over the years. South Carolina during my days, really good teams. Arkansas, Ole Miss. I mean, you could go on and on. Vanderbilt, I mean, you can't leave them out as with the two national championships. And LSU fan base has seen such greatness at LSU for so many years that you can respect when a team comes in here and plays with, again, such passion and such talent that you want to, you understand that you want to beat those good teams.
First pitch to Jake Brown, who stands in. But it's the outside corner, 0-1.
I'll throw it back to you. I've had this conversation with many people. In football, who's LSU's main rival? There's a bunch of them, right?
You're right.
I mean, everybody, you want to beat all these guys. It's not like an Alabama Auburn or Tennessee Georgia. It's just there's a lot of teams out there that are big games for LSU.
Yeah, geographically, there's obviously no other school in the state like many rivalries are. Auburn and Alabama, as you referenced.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State,
in the Egg Bowl.
I mean, is Texas A&M Texas as big as?
I bet you it will be moving forward.
We're all in the SEC. You're right about that.
Nobody on, one out. Jake Brown at the plate. Behind 0-2, Doyle winds, fires, misses outside. Good take by Brown to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think it also should be said, talking about baseball rivalries, the fact that, as Jay has said so many times since coming to LSU, there's college baseball, then there's SEC baseball.
That's
and
absolutely.
the fact that you just reeled off all the teams that have the facilities, the players, and the coaches, it's easy to find out why you have multiple rivalries depending on the year and who's hot and who's leading the league. As Brown fouls that one off into the screen, still 1-2.
Well, what is it? The last 5 years have all been the national champions have come from the SEC. I mean, that says a lot right there. And
that should debunk all of the rumors for the rest of the country who say, well, it's SEC bias. Not really, when you're winning titles year after year.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Brown, nobody on and 1 out. Doyle, the left-hander, fires. Brown off the end of the bat, scoots a ground ball. Antigua gets to his feet. The throw to first in time. Jake Brown immediately says, Coach, let's take a look at it. The throw from Antigua a little high. Great job by Fisher to use every inch to go down and pull it. And it looks like LSU going to be satisfied not to challenge the call. Ooh. Looking at it again, that was awfully close. And Jay Johnson looking at it now, he says, hey, after seeing it on the Jumbotron, yes, sir, I want you guys to take a look at it. He is pleading his case to take a, and now the umpire says, no, too late. Too late, you didn't challenge in time. That's not going to make Jay Johnson very happy. Now our home plate umpire going out to the first base umpire who has the microphone to let us all know when we go under review.
Yes, I'll tell you, Chris, I know Jay's not going to be happy about this. We have the benefit of a camera, or a TV, I should say, up here. And I'll tell you, it was close, but when they slowed it down, I don't think they would have reversed the call. That probably won't make Jay Johnson all that happy, but maybe we could shoot him a text and let him know he was probably going to be out anyway.
Yeah, I caught the corner of my eye there that it's just before the cleat touches the auxiliary or secondary green bag. So it was an out based on what we saw, and luckily LSU doesn't have to burn a challenge and lose one here early. Luis Hernandez stands in with 2 outs and nobody on. Breaking ball from Doyle across the plate to make it 0-1. Hernandez trying to get off of a little bit of a drought at the plate. This past weekend he went 0 for 3, struggled the weekend prior at Auburn, but certainly just like the team overall offensively, he has been very strong this season. He sends a deep fly ball to center field. Hunter Inslee, though, now slowing down and has plenty of room to make the grab for out number 3. So the Tigers done here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, nobody touches base. We go to the top of the third. Still scoreless. Tennessee coming to the plate, 2, 3, and 4 in their order. Keelan, Fisher, and Inslee when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Louisiana, coming soon to a lottery retailer near you. The hottest tickets in town. The heat is on. Play Spice It Up from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Fiery wins are ahead. Play Fire It Up. Win up to $20,000. This ticket is smoking hot. Pick up White Hot Bingo. Top prize of $30,000. Blaze your way to riches. Play Blaze It Up. Top prize $100,000. Play all 4 Red Hot Scratch-Offs from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to mix something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU Athletics. That's the good stuff.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
We head to the top of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
No score, top of the third inning coming your way on a late one tonight at the box. Game 1, Tennessee taking on your Tigers. Fan scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Find your nearest location, order online, or use the app, Walk On Sports Bistro, for the win. And as I predicted, Buzzy, on Tuesday night, the walk-ons here, just to our right, was absolutely slammed prior to tonight's contest.
Biggest series of the year. Didn't expect anything else.
Gavin Keelan at the plate. Anderson sets him up with another breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Keelan, fly ball out to left, his first time up. He'll swing and miss at a fastball. And Anderson's ahead 0-2. The left-hander Keelan at the plate. LSU will institute the shift. 3 infielders right of second base. Now Braswell moving into the traditional shortstop position. The 0-2 swing and a miss, and Kate Anderson with strikeout number 4 on the night. Again, back-to-back innings, leadoff hitter retired, and there's one gone.
Yeah, well, Anderson not messing around. 0-2, talk about throwing enough strikes. He says, I'm going to throw strikes that they can't hit. And he goes right after Keelan. I mean, outer third of the plate, I'd say, but 0-2 caught a lot of the plate. Keelan just couldn't catch up to it.
Andrew Fisher now, the junior out of New Jersey, was caught looking by Anderson his first time up.
Yeah, Fisher is Tennessee's Derek Curiel. He's reached base all 41 games this year for Tennessee.
Big time swing by Fisher, and then he shakes his head, and Kate Anderson has to say, okay, I see it. 0-1. Anderson fires. Ooh, just missed the outside corner to the left-hander with a fastball. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a strike, Chris. What I am saying is that's been called a strike before.
Yes, you're right. You are correct.
It's not that far off.
Setting up outside again is Hernandez. The pitch right there. This time it paints the corner, and it's 1-2. Again, the Tigers will stay in the shift to the right side of the diamond here with Fisher, the left-hander, expecting him to pull. The 1-2 from Anderson. Got him to chase. Couple of inches off the outside corner. Fisher couldn't hold back. And quickly, that is strikeout number 5 for Kate Anderson. 2 gone for the Vols here in the top of the third.
Anderson just staying away with the fastball, and another one off the plate, but that's a great, when you're ahead in the count, a great pitch off the plate. Make Fisher have to go for it, and couldn't catch up to it.
Hunter Inslee now back to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. The redshirt senior awaits, and the first pitch off speed but low. 1 ball, no strikes. Fans Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, proud to be the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Louisiana Blue, live Louisiana, we've got you. Anderson typically works quickly. Here's the 1-0. Off speed. Swung on, hit high in the air, foul territory, first base side. Jared Jones with room, and Jared has it for out number 3. The Vols are done in the top of the third. Got a late start, but we're moving along quickly here early on. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless. Braswell, Stanfield, top of the order. Curiel for the Tigers when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Going to the track, the wall. See ya. Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win! The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
The bottom of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Michael Braswell III going to lead things off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless. Tennessee had an early threat there in the second inning with the bases loaded but 2 outs. Kate Anderson able to elicit the ground ball out to keep it a scoreless game. LSU has had a runner as far as second base thus far, but hitless so far against Liam Doyle, the left-hander, who threw 2 innings, giving up no hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. First pitch to Brazzi, going to be swung on, foul back into the screen. We've talked about Michael Braswell for a long time, kind of a steady hand there at third base. Of course, pretty much the everyday shortstop a year ago for LSU after transferring in from South Carolina, but has been steady Eddie over at third defensively. And in SEC play, has an uptick in his batting average as Doyle with a breaking ball catches the outer half of the plate. Braswell behind in the count 0-2. Braswell batting .324 against SEC pitching in his plate appearances, while on the season just a .253 average. Doyle with the 0-2. Peel down to first. They'll say Braswell stayed back on a pitch up and in, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. Definitely he's done better, as the numbers tell you, better in conference than he has overall. But that's kind of that experience, I think, coming through. He's been in the SEC for a few years now. Hit .311 last year for the Tigers, and that's great point. Steady Eddie down at third. Know what you're going to get. Not going to be a big power guy offensively, but it's going to handle the bat well.
Pitch in on the hands will even the count now to Michael. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You also have to take into consideration the number of games Braswell has played midweek versus in conference play, and I think you're exactly right. It's that SEC experience as he fights off this Doyle fastball at 96, fouls it back. Count holds, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some chase thrills, fans, others drive it with the 2025 Tundra and Tacoma. Adventures at every turn. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer. Visit Toyota.com today. Adventure, it's what we share. Leadoff hitter Michael Braswell for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third. Scoreless game. Now a 2-2 count. Doyle fires. Swing. Slow bouncer up the third base line. Doyle going to pick it up. Turn and fire to first in time. Gets it to Fisher just to beat out Braswell for out number 1. Looks like Tennessee has some of those athletic pitchers as well.
Well, we talked about their defense. They must have had the PFP practice when they got to Baton Rouge last night, pitcher's fielding practice, because Doyle did a heck of a job of bouncing off the mound, getting to the baseball, spinning, and then Fisher with a great stretch down at first base. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, and it was he was out by good step.
Chris Stanfield swinging a good bat all season, certainly here of late, batting .344 on the year. First pitch fastball, they'll say caught the inside corner. Stanfield visibly did not agree, and it's 0-1. Stanfield coming off a weekend where he was on fire through the first 2 games against Alabama. He came into game 3 batting .714. Finished the weekend at an even .500, going 5 for 10 with 3 runs scored. There's a swing and a miss, and it gets him behind 0-2.
Yeah, well, Stanfield leading the team in batting average in SEC play at .383, and thought you made a good point earlier, Chris. You said possibly the best 9-hole hitter in the country.
No doubt. Here's a swing and a bouncer, but foul down the third base line. That'll bring Stanfield back, facing an 0-2 count. Tiger fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. So whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek the place to do it. Official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. No balls, 2 strikes. Chris Stanfield with 1 out at the plate. Nobody on for LSU in a scoreless game. Doyle's 0-2 pitch. High and outside with a heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, as good as he's been in the SEC, he's also leading the SEC in doubles with 12 on the year.
Yeah, that's the stat that's quite amazing. He's got 13 doubles on the year, and 12 of those against SEC pitching.
But another guy was at Auburn for 2 years, has that SEC experience.
The 1-2 fastball from Doyle gets Stanfield on a swing and miss. Doyle with a little message for Stanfield after delivering the strikeout. Something Liam Doyle is certainly known for. That'll be the 4th strikeout for the Vol left-hander. And that will get Derek Curiel back to the plate, where he was aboard on a walk back in the 1st inning to extend that reach base streak.
Well, early, I think it's what we predicted.
Yeah.
two power arms throwing up zeros.
First pitch to Curiel, strike. 98 miles per hour from Liam Doyle, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, typically games like this, it usually comes down to not just a play or two, but a lot of times it'll come down to a pitch or two.
The 0-1, low and inside, will even the count to Curiel. 1 ball and 1 strike. I joked with Jay earlier this week. I said, Coach, so many times I've heard you say in a big-time game, especially SEC play, a win or a loss can come down to 6 or 7 pitches. On Friday night, it may be less than that.
That's absolutely correct.
1 ball, 1 strike to Curiel. Infield playing straight up to the left-hander. He'll swing, lifted high in the air and out of play, and Doyle works ahead, 1-2.
The thing I love about Curiel is he's so quiet at the plate. If you watch his head, it just stays so still. Almost, when you watch golfers, obviously that head stays still, and there's a reason for that. You don't want a lot of moving parts, but in baseball too, them hands work back for Curiel, and that head stays still, and he's just able to track the baseball so well. He's got such great back control, and look, he's got a little power too, as we've seen with the home runs.
2 outs, nobody on, a 1-2 count to Curiel. Doyle starts the wind, the left-hander fires, and it's a ground ball hit to Keelan. He'll snap it up with the glove, throw to first, and the Tigers are done here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2-3 goes LSU. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We go to the top of the 4th. Still scoreless. Tennessee will have 5, 6, and 7 coming to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
444 for the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know that deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. There's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. Deadly devotion goes the extra mile. 444 for the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
The top of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your fours up.
Scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th inning. The Volunteers coming to the plate. It will be Bargo, Chapman, and Peebles, 5, 6, and 7 in the order to face Cade Anderson, who's off to a great start so far through 3 innings of work, giving up 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Able to wiggle out of a bases-loaded jam there in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Bargo. Breaking ball again. Catches that outside corner of the plate. Starts him off with the bender, and it's 0-1.
That's the good curveball. That thing's got some real break to it. He throws that more at 79, 80 miles an hour.
Comes back with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and Bargo will foul it back into the screen. Anderson works ahead, 0-2. Todd Walker, LSU legend, in the building tonight. He'll have the call on television tomorrow and Sunday's Game 3. And coming up, we'll update you on the scoreboard around the SEC here on Friday night, presented by Republic Finance. He was on the call last night for that Missouri-Alabama game. Here's a went around. The pitch was on the outside corner. Home plate umpire immediately appealed down to third. They say he went around, but I thought it was a outside corner strike. Doesn't matter. Down on strikes goes Bargo. 6 punch out for Kate Anderson. And again, leadoff hitter retired by way of strikeout here in the top of the fourth. And he said Missouri got out to a 5-0 lead in the first inning. Alabama just chipped away at it and took the victory away from Mizzou, that did not score another run the rest of the game. First delivery to Chapman. They say missed, I guess, a little high, and it's 1-0. Chapman with the first hit for the Volunteers back in the second inning. He was left stranded at third base. Junior out of Parker, Colorado. Anderson this time finds the zone with a fastball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you feel bad for Missouri. You know Alabama doesn't want to be the first team to lose to Missouri, but Missouri did have that opportunity to win their first SEC game, and just, like you said it, they just let it slip away.
Fouled back into the screen by Chapman. Anderson once again working ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If you think winning college baseball games is easy, just go ask Carrick Jackson over at Missouri, because he's in a tough one right now.
Chapman, the left-hander, awaits. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Anderson fires. Did he go? This time they appeal to third. They say he was able to hold back. The pitch was low and outside. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a good 1-2 pitch from Anderson. Slider down in the dirt, trying to get Chapman to go after it. Now 2-2. If you go back to the all-speed pitch, you like to try to get it somewhere in the zone. Give Chapman a little better opportunity of swinging at it. You don't want to get to 3-2.
Here's the 2-2 delivery, and got him to do just that. Ball came out of the mid of Hernandez, but he'll pick it up quickly, throw to Jones for good measure. And Anderson with his 7th strikeout, 2 gone here in the top of the fourth. And Buzzy, that's the second time we've seen a perfectly executed 2-strike pitch.
Well, that he went a little, he gave it the ball was in the zone for a little bit longer, even though it ended up down in the dirt and Hernandez had to throw it down to first base. It created the illusion of being a strike for a longer time than the previous pitch. And that's what I'm talking about. 2-2 would have been a ball, but it was a good 2-strike pitch. Chapman couldn't hold up.
Cannon Peebles now to the plate. His second time, popped out to the second baseman. Here's a ground ball right at Milam. Barely had to move. He quickly throws to first, and Tennessee 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the fourth inning. Still no score. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Tigers will have Jones, Dickinson, and Ethan Fry coming to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Hey Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Bottom Bottom of the fourth inning. Presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your fours up.
No score, bottom of the fourth inning, game one, Tennessee and LSU. A reminder, fans, when the Tigers win, you win. Just enter promo code LSU50. That's LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory. You'll receive 50% off your online pizza order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Jared Jones to the plate for the second time tonight. He was fanned by Liam Doyle back in the first inning. So they'll face each other again in the first pitch. Fastball brushes Jones off the plate inside, and it's 1-0. And this is the part of the game, both coaches would tell you this, Buzzy. Maybe the second, close to the third time in the order is when you really earn your designation as the ace in the SEC. Again, this is Jones' second at bat as that pitch misses outside. So now we all can start to dig in a little bit. As advertised, Liam Doyle has been very effective. Kate Anderson likewise for the Tigers. We're now starting to head towards or in the middle innings. It's the 2-0 pitch to Jones. Upstairs, now make it 3-0. Jared, of course, leads the Tigers, 13 home runs on the season. Also leads with 55 runs batted in. 3-0. They give him the green light, and he fouls one right to the railing of the Tennessee dugout, which gets the Vols scurrying out of the way. Now it's 3-1. No surprise there. Give him the green light.
Yeah, well, and I think that's a good move. I mean, a guy like Doyle, who is so dominant, you get your best power hitter, one of the best power hitters in SEC, in an advantageous count. You know he's going to get a pitch to hit. If he puts that over the scoreboard, you got to lead 1-0, and that may be all it takes.
The 3-1 low and inside, and Jones will work a walk. So a leadoff walk given up by Doyle. His second leadoff walk offered up tonight. His second walk in the game, and that'll get Daniel Dickinson to the plate, who grounded out to the shortstop. Antigua, his first time up. Talked about stolen bases between these two teams. Jared Jones, by the way, 4 for 4 in stolen bases if you're keeping score at home. He'll take a lead off first, and the pitch to Dickinson. I'll say as a strike on the inside corner off speed from Doyle, and it's 0-1. Wind blowing, not too stiff at the moment, but blowing towards the intimidator sign, left to right. Dickinson, plenty of power, 8 home runs on the year, 38 runs batted in, also 11 doubles. The 0-1 down the line in left, but it will go foul into the seats, and it's 0-2 to Dickinson. It's a good cut.
Yeah, he was hunting a fastball and got it up in the zone, just got around it a little too early. It was ripped down the left field line.
This will be pitch number 55 for Liam Doyle. Nobody out. Jared Jones at first. Scoreless game. Daniel Dickinson at the plate with an 0-2 count. The pitch from Doyle. Off speed but upstairs. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, I know Doyle now has 2 walks on the evening and Anderson 2 walks. That's a little unusual for both those guys. Typically, though, you're going to have to hit your way to score runs against these two guys. They're not going to give you anything. And when you do get those opportunities, which this is one, even though Jones just at first base, not in scoring position yet.
Dickinson having to dance out of the way on a pitch low and inside, just missed the shin bone. And it's now 2-2 to the Tigers' second baseman. Talked about Stanfield earlier. What a great get out of the transfer portal. And Jay Johnson talking earlier this year, this really the first roster that took a lot of what you would call traditional mid-major programs, and Dickinson one of those. And he has translated quickly to the SEC level without missing a beat. This one's fouled down the third base line. Count holds 2-2.
Well, I've always said that, when everybody's talking about all these transfer guys coming in, and man, they did so good at this school and did so good at that school. And I say, yeah, but you hadn't done it yet in the SEC. Well, Dickinson has. He's done it up to this point. He's been a great get for LSU. He's played a really good second base, and that average well above 300 at 345.
Runner at first, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Dickinson again slaps one, but it's foul. Left of the foul pole down the line, and still 2-2. And that can be said for, obviously, Dickinson. Zach Cowan, who transferred in from Wofford College out of the Southern Conference.
Absolutely.
Luis Hernandez from Indiana State.
Yeah, Cowan's the guy for me that I mean, Evans has been great, don't get me wrong. Cowan's the guy out of the bullpen that he's Kate Anderson out of the bullpen from the right side. He just fills up the strike zone with multiple pitches. You just know what you're going to get from him every time.
Another 2-2 delivery to the plate. This time Dickinson skies this one to left field, but Bargo goes back a few steps, now comes running in, and it hangs up, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Jones retreats back to first base.
Yeah, Liam Doyle went with the off-speed pitch. Had Dickinson out in front on some of those fastballs. He ripped a couple fastballs down the left field line foul, and so he just went softer and had Dickinson out in front and popped him up to left field.
Now we'll see Ethan Fry. He was caught looking by Doyle, one of his 4 strikeouts tonight. So Fry looking to put some bat on the ball here with a runner aboard in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch. Off speed and a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. How about a tip of the cap to these Tiger fans here tonight? Right as we got set for first pitch at 9:50, it appeared it was going to be mostly empty, and I guess a lot of those were huddled up under the concourse. His time is called now, and Peebles going to go out talk it over with Liam Doyle, or maybe out in the parking lot. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, once the game got started, they have kudos to them. They have filled the grandstand behind the plate down the first and third base line, and there's a good many out in left field and in the diamond deck and right. Buzzy, I guess the most surprising thing is how it filled in down the left and right field
Absolutely.
lines.
Yeah, student section good in the diamond deck and right field. I don't think they were going anywhere. It's a typical night for college students. I mean,
night doesn't start till 10.
This is early for them, yeah, but I'm with you, Chris. I think a few of these Tiger fans went into the back of their tailgates, if you know what I mean, get a few refreshments and come back in for the ball game. And you're right, it's a heck of a crowd for this late of the night.
Here's the 0-1 to Fry. It's a breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. Fry not ready to pull the trigger, and it's 0-2. Yeah, they had to go out, maybe add a little late evening supplement because they were ready to go at 5:30, 6 o'clock. They were lined out the gates. Runner at first and Jones, one away, no score. Doyle working ahead, the 0-2, and Fry sends it straight up into the air behind the plate. Giving a look is Peebles, but it will catch the overhang out of play, and the count remains 0-2. It's a smash hit and just made platinum status. Scratch your way to the top. Play hit $100 from the lottery. Hitting it big with $100 prizes must be at least 21 to purchase.
Yeah, well, the fans, I tell you, on the first about 10, 15 pitches of the game, they were hanging on to every pitch like it was the 9th inning of a College World Series final. And I said, I don't know if they're going to be able to keep this energy going the whole game. They've been pretty good, though, up until this point. They've been on every pitch.
The 0-2 just missed outside. Again, Fry almost committed, held back, and it just missed a little high and outside to make it 1-2.
Yeah, Doyle, again, fastball will be 95-99. He's got a good heater. He's got a slider, a split finger, and he's got a cutter. The slider will be 80-84, splitty 86-89, cutter same, 86-89 miles an hour.
Doyle will soft toss again over to first to get Jones back to the bag. One ball, 2 strikes to the Tiger DH. Milam stands on deck. Again, Jones aboard on a leadoff walk. He's at first base. No score, bottom of the 4th inning. Doyle's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fry down on strikes, this time swinging. Doyle records strikeout number 5, and we'll see Stephen Milam. Milam on the year in SEC play, batting just 200. So far, last weekend in the Alabama series, went 1 for 13. So another Tiger that has been solid since stepping on campus a year ago. kind of going through a dry spell at the plate here, but again, he also went on a tear down that back stretch of the season in 2024. Batting from the right side against Doyle. The first pitch inside for ball one.
Well, much like we talked about Antigua for Tennessee at short, who's so good defensively. Doesn't really matter what he hits. Sounds like he's going to be in the lineup for Coach Tony Vitello. Milam, same. He's so good defensively, and he's obviously a better offensive player than Antigua, but he's not going to come out the lineup because of what he does all parts of the game of baseball.
Called strike to Milam, makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Tennessee so far has stranded 4 runners. The Tigers still looking for their first hit off Liam Doyle. Have had 1 runner aboard. Now their second runner aboard in Jones at first. The 1-1. Milam swings again, skies this one, foul territory near third base. The shortstop Antigua slips, falls down, and holds on to make the grab. Literally held on to it basket style as he slipped on the foul territory turf. But luckily it landed right in the glove on his belly, and he was able to hold on. So the Tigers done once again, still hitless against Liam Doyle. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Antigua, Abernathy, then top of the order Curley for Tennessee. Scoreless. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you live in Louisiana, you know what the mini plants up and down the river mean for our state's economy. And for over 40 years, Action Industries has been committed to providing quality construction, maintenance, operational, and consulting services through the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com. Hey, Tiger fans, there's nothing quite like game day at the box. To add to the excitement at the ballpark, enjoy our all-beef 44 Farms Tiger Dogs. The finest dogs in the land because they are made of all-natural Angus beef. To learn more, please visit them at 44steaks.com. That's 44steaks.com. 44 Farms, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, just took the Tacoma off-road, deep into the woods, got to this hidden campsite only it could reach.
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Hey, wait, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Uh-huh, yeah, thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook Live and YouTube. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ariel Antigua will lead it off for Tennessee. Top of the 5th inning and a scoreless game. Antigua, as I mentioned, went from 194 coming into tonight's game, now average at 206 after he blooped a single to right field his first time up back in the 2nd inning. First pitch a called strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. It's Cade Anderson working quickly, swing into the air to right field. Jake Brown going back, gets settled and has it. Antigua retired, and again Cade Anderson able to keep the leadoff man off first base. That will bring Abernathy at the bottom of the order, the DH for Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can beat you anytime they step in the box with a bat in their hand, but Antigua and Abernathy at the bottom of the lineup, those are the 2 guys you really want to go after and make sure you get them out. Don't get them on base with the top of the lineup with all that firepower for Tennessee sitting in the 1, 2, and 3 spot.
Called strike. Breaking ball on the outer half from Anderson makes it 0-1. You know, you think back to last year's series in Knoxville where LSU struggled mightily. That was the problem. The back of the order for Tennessee. There's a swing and a miss to Abernathy, make it 0-2. Some free passes. They were able to knock a couple of hits. They get aboard, and then here come the heavy hitters 1 through 5, and that was kind of the issue.
Well, make no mistake, you don't want to take them lightly. I mean, you can't just groove them fastballs, but you got to go after them and get them and look at getting them out.
This time the pitch low and outside to Abernathy. Again, he's able to hold back, checks his swing. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. 1 out, nobody on for the Volunteers. Abernathy at the plate as Anderson's 1-2 pitch comes in low. That'll leave in the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Back at the box, no score, Tennessee and LSU. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, the breaking ball from Cade Anderson. This time attacking the inner portion of the plate, and Abernathy down on strikes. That is punch out number 8 for Cade Anderson. Now 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Again, anybody coming into this series with these 2 pitchers tonight, they can say it's interesting that the offense has been lacking thus far, but they cannot say they're surprised. Dean Curley atop the order stands in. Anderson misses high and outside for ball 1. Curley a walk back in the first. Got aboard on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 with a .308 average.
Yeah, I love that sequence from Anderson to Abernathy, the previous hitter.
Pitch outside, now make it 2-0 to Curley.
You saw him 1-2. He went with the overhand curveball and tried to get Abernathy to swing at a pitch out of the zone. And then when it got to 2-2, again, he didn't throw a pitch that was going to get it to 3-2, a ball. He went with the overhand curveball again, but got it in the strike zone.
2-0 delivery. Put high in the air to left field. Curiel coming in, stops and squeezes it for out number 3. So a very quick inning once again for Tennessee. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Who scores first? Stay with us. We'll see if the Tigers can find it here. It'll be Brown, Hernandez, and Braswell. 6, 7, and 8 in the order when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons for you on our mobile app or at albertsons.com, where you can shop online and save over $300 weekly with digital coupons. Earn reward points every time you shop in-store or online and redeem your points for free groceries. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to start saving. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
On game day, Tiger fans are hungry for a win. So when LSU hits the field, Manda hits the grill with a legendary flavor that's in a league of its own. Manda's top quality meats and original seasonings are the fielder's choice for game day and every day. So from one legend to another, make sure Manda is on deck to throw a perfect game day party. Manda, the official smoked sausage of LSU Athletics.
Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook Live and YouTube. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless here. Game 1, Tennessee and LSU. Pitchers duel thus far, to say the least. Liam Doyle back out there. Starts his 5th inning of work. So far, giving up no hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Jake Brown will try to change that fortune as he stands in. The first pitch missing high with a fastball. It's 1-0.
We got a little time, Chris, to give you the scoreboard update. Bunch of finals, obviously, as we're late into the night. First final, Georgia beats Oklahoma 10-9 to even the series over in Athens, Georgia.
The 1-0, the ground ball up the middle. Antigua, though, comes across behind second base, fields it, and throws to first, and that's why Ariel Antigua's in the lineup regardless, as Buzzy said, what his average is at the plate.
A couple more finals. Florida with the win over Arkansas 6-4. That game being played in Gainesville. Alabama defeats Missouri 7-3. They win the series. Looking for the sweep tomorrow. Ole Miss defeats Vanderbilt 8-3 in Oxford. A couple games still in progress, I should say. Bottom of the 6 in Auburn. Auburn Tigers are leading Mississippi State 5-2.
Luis Hernandez stands in for a second time tonight. Fly ball out to center field, his first time up. First pitch from Doyle misses low, and it's 1-0.
In a game in Austin, Texas, low-scoring affair as the Texas Longhorns lead Texas A&M 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th.
Pitch missing outside to Luis. Now 2 balls, no strikes. That SEC scoreboard update, as always, presented by Republic Finance. Visit Republic Finance for all your personal loan needs. Just go to republicfinance.com/Tigers. Here's the 2-0 to Hernandez. Big swing, but straight up into the air. Third base side, near home plate. Peebles coming over, and Peebles near the on-deck circle makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So Hernandez retired on a foul out to the left side. And now we'll see Michael Braswell, who grounded out back to the mound to Liam Doyle, his first time up. Again, the Tigers still looking for their first hit off Liam Doyle. It's a scoreless game, but Doyle doing his job.
Yeah, I was giving you the scoreboard update when Brown hit that ball up the middle. That Antigua made a great play on it short, but what was equally as impressive was Brown was getting down the line. I mean, Brown can really run for LSU out of the left-handed batter's box. And Antigua, much like Milam, just good transfer. When they catch that ball, the ball doesn't stay in their glove very long, and they usually get rid of it quickly and make accurate throws to first base. From my eyes, in my opinion, 2 of the better defensive shortstops you're watching right now at shortstop in Antigua and Milam.
Jay Johnson going to use one of his offensive timeouts here to talk a little strategy with Braswell and Stanfield, who stands on deck. And while I know he's going over what he wants them to do at the plate, he also is trying to put a kink in the rhythm of Liam Doyle, who has certainly been locked in. Gave up a couple of early walks, as Buzzy told you, but since then, it's just been recording outs.
Yeah, you wonder if Coach Johnson just calls Braswell over and asks him if he read any good books lately. You know, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's probably a little strategy, but it's more, hey, look, I'm seeing if we can get Doyle off his rhythm a little bit and kind of slow him down.
First pitch to Braswell. Low and inside. Starts him off 1-0. Find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. No score. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the 1-0 to Braswell. That one a strike on the inside corner to even it up 1-1.
We heard Coach Johnson talk about it in the pregame, how it's so tough against a guy like Doyle, as it is when guys are facing Anderson, because they throw so many strikes. You can't go up there with a take first mindset and try to get him off his game, because he's going to continue to pound the strike zone. You just have to, when he does make a mistake, you've got to try to make him pay for it. LSU hasn't been able to do that tonight.
1-1 way upstairs. That fastball way high, and it's 2-1. Doyle now set to deliver his 76th pitch of the night. Personnel for Tennessee down in the bullpen. Nobody throwing. A couple of players stretching down there. LSU with no personnel yet on its way to the bullpen as Braswell swings at a 2-1 pitch, sends this one out of play over the first base dugout. And it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Things are starting to heat up as we head towards the summer months, but whenever you're ready to cool it down, just count on Slow Melt Ice since 1997, providing packaged ice here in South Louisiana. For more info, check them out online at slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com.
Well, Doyle last week against Tennessee, we told you, or excuse me, against Kentucky, he threw the 7 innings of work. He threw 101 pitches in that outing.
2 outs and the 2-2 pitch. Braswell fights this one off and sends it to the right field seats, out of play. Still 2-2.
Cade Anderson in the win against Alabama, 5 2/3 last week, threw 92 pitches.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on for the Tigers, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Braswell trying to start a 2-out rally, extend the inning here. Infield for Tennessee playing straight up to the right-handed hitter. Outfield likewise. The 2-2 from Doyle. Foul back into the LED screen behind the plate, staying alive. Michael Braswell still 2-2.
Doyle reared back for a little extra. It was the inside part of the plate at 96 miles an hour. Braswell right on it. Took a really good cut, just barely missed it, fouled it back.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Doyle again, looks in, starts the wind. 2-2 pitch. Down the middle, at the knees, called strike 3. Braswell down on strikes. And Liam Doyle with his 6th punch out of the night. And again, the Tigers go quietly and quickly here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. Tennessee with 2, 3, and 4 in the order doing it up. Starting with Keelan when we come back in a scoreless game on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 in the morning when the roaches are on. You need the Bingo Roach Spray.
Get ready for a bug-free Louisiana summer with Bingo Pest Control products. Our best-in-class indoor and outdoor solutions are powerful enough to eliminate those never-ending bugs, guaranteed. Visit bingo.com or call 833-GO-BINGO. Bingo keeps pests gone.
If you're tired of trying, you should be buying the famous Bingo Roach Spray.
Join the school with a winning track record in education. LSU Online and Continuing Education offers over 150 degrees, certificates, and courses, meaning there's a program to match your specific goals. Earn the same on-campus degree from wherever you are. From application to graduation, student support coaches provide one-on-one support to ensure you finish a champion. Start your journey at online.lsu.edu.
Tiger fans, no game day is complete without Noel Spirits from Noel Family Distillery. Founded by a father-daughter duo, Noel Family Distillery is the only Louisiana distillery offering authentic tequila. Their additive-free tequila captures the spirit of Louisiana, creating a spirits experience worthy of the Tigers and their loyal fans across the country. Noel Tequila is proud to be the official tequila of LSU Athletics. Enjoy Noel Tequila at the box or grab a bottle of your own at many fine retailers. Learn the unique Noel Distillery story at noeldistillery.com.
Live action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 6th inning here in Game 1 tonight. Late edition of SEC Baseball. LSU hosting Tennessee. And Volunteers have been able to find 2 knocks off of Cade Anderson thus far. They've left 4 men on base. LSU has left 2 men on base, but Buzzy, unfortunately, that's because they have yet to pick up a hit off Liam Doyle through 5 innings thus far. It's Cade Anderson back out there to start the top of the 6th. He'll face again that very dangerous top of the order for the Volunteers.
Yeah, big spot. Facing him for the 3rd time, the heart of the order, so Cade Anderson, if anybody's up to the challenge, it's him. But he's looked really sharp. I mean, he's controlling all his pitches. He's doing what he's done all year.
Home plate umpire trying to indicate to get the pitch clock reset. There it goes. And Cade Anderson will jump back on the rubber here. It's Gavin Keelan, the left-hander. Waits on the first pitch, and again, Anderson very confident, locating that curveball, sets him up 0-1. The 0-1. This time just missing a tad low. 1 ball, 1 strike, again off speed from Anderson. They'll leave Braswell near the bag at 3rd. 3 infielders right of second base, and there's that bender again. Right at the belt, heart of the plate. It's 1-2 to Keelan.
Yeah, that's what you see a little more from Anderson than you do Doyle. Anderson's going to work in that all-speed pitch. He's done a great job tonight of locating all pitches. Doyle a little more come right at you with the fastball type of guy.
3rd straight off-speed pitch. This one fouled off the bat of Keelan to stay alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, don't miss the Jay Johnson Show every Monday night during the season. starting at 6 p.m. live from TJ Ribs. Jay Johnson Show presented by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Keelan, the leadoff hitter. And here's the 1-2. Fastball just missed the outside corner, trying to see if Keelan would chase. Better take by the left-hander, and it evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, when Anderson gets behind, he has such good command that he's able to go off-speed pitch, throw some different things for strikes. Again, Doyle, it's just two different ways of doing it. When he gets behind, it's like, hey, here's a fastball. Let's see if you can hit it.
Another breaking ball, a bouncer down the first base line, but foul. Holds it at 2-2.
And obviously both have had success. You can be successful both ways, but it's just funny to see two guys who are at the top of their game, two of the better pitchers in the SEC, do it just a little differently from a pitch selection standpoint.
Goes to show you the nuance involved in the game of baseball.
Absolutely.
2 balls, 2 strikes again to Keelan. Nobody out. He's the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 6th. Anderson comes with a fastball, and it's fouled back into the screen. Keelan fights it off. This will be pitch number 71 coming for Tigers starter Cade Anderson. Now the bullpen personnel in place for the Tigers. Everybody sitting down underneath the diamond deck in right. Nobody up and stretching or throwing. 2-2. Again, a fastball and lays back opposite field against the shift. Puts it into left. Keelan with his first hit of the night. 3rd for the Volunteers. One of the things John Wilkerson, longtime voice of Tennessee, told me on Wednesday afternoon is that every team typically goes into the shift, especially against Tennessee's left-handed hitters. He said, but I got to tell you, Chris, most of the lefties in this lineup are very good going against the shift. And we saw it just there from Keelan. Now we'll see Andrew Fisher, who tonight, a couple of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. Anderson going to throw over and try to keep Keelan on a short leash. He's 5 for 6 in stolen bases this year.
Yeah, I know. Look, again, it's the new technology. They've got numbers on everything. They're going to play the percentage game. I still don't know if I'm sold on the shift every time a batter's up. As a left-hander, that pitch misses for ball 1. But when I have the biggest issue with it, I think is almost like a situation like this with a guy at first base when it's double play depth or when you're trying to turn the double play. That one I'm still indifferent about. I get it maybe with nobody on.
There's a strike. Home plate umpire ruling that Fisher went around, tried to hold back, and it's 1-1.
And I'm sure there's stats out there for it, but I'd like to know how many times with the shift it's worked and it hasn't worked. And game's been played for a long time, and you got to adapt. I get that. It's just sometimes it seems like it's a little much.
The 1-1 low hits off the plate, gets away from Hernandez, and that's going to allow Keelan to scoot on into second base. So now Tennessee, for just the 2nd inning so far, has a runner in scoring position with nobody out in a scoreless game. Anderson ruled for the wild pitch, and it's 2-1 to Andrew Fisher.
I'll give you a little stat here that a lot of people don't know. LSU, not a great stat that you want to lead in, but they lead the league, SEC that is, in wild pitches. 43 coming into tonight. That'll be number 44.
2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Fisher again looks at Anderson, nods his head. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at second base for Tennessee in a scoreless game. Here's the 2-2 from Anderson. Ground ball, and against the shift, they get it into center field with a base hit. That will bring Keelan in to score, and Tennessee takes a 1-0 lead, which in this game, the way it's played thus far, is a big-time result for Coach Tony Vitello and the Volunteers.
Well, Fisher took a pitch up in the zone, fastball. It was away, but Fisher did a nice job of, as you mentioned a few pitches before, not trying to pull it, not doing too much, just really going the other way, staying through the middle, and driving in the first run of the game for the Volunteers.
Now again, that was against the shift with 3 infielders right of second base. To be honest with you, Buzzy, where that ball was placed, it would have been a tough play for Milam, even in the traditional shortstop position.
Absolutely.
So it's now a 1-0 Tennessee lead. Hunter Inslee to the plate with a runner at first and still nobody out. So a lot of work left here for Cade Anderson, who gives up his 4th hit of the night. First run, it was earned. The 1-0. In for a strike off speed, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now Anderson approaching 80 pitches on the night. In that shutout against Oklahoma a few weeks ago, he did throw 135 pitches.
Runner at first, nobody out. Anderson, the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, but upstairs. 2-1 now to Inslee. Inslee on the season, .336 average. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Flied out, foul territory, first base side in the 3rd. Was a strikeout victim back in the 1st, but batting .338 on the year, .387 with runners on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Anderson fires. At the letters, outside corner. Boy, oh boy, Inslee doesn't like that. He turns, walks out of the batter's box, shakes his head, but it's a 2-2 count.
I think Inslee thought it was, a little up and out. I think he thought it was both.
Runner at first, and now Anderson. Strong arm throw over to first to keep Fisher as close to the bag as possible, who's 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Two-two pitch. They appeal. They say at first base. Inslee went around, and Anderson with the strikeout. And Inslee talking and turning, looking at the first base umpire. Now Tony Vitello out arguing with the home plate umpire. Which this is just a random Tennessee baseball game. You would expect nothing different.
Yeah, Inslee was getting chirpy towards first base umpire. A little much, in my opinion.
I couldn't be an umpire these days. I'd be out of a job because these guys would be in the showers.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, when I saw him check swing, this is not just being an LSU fan. I thought he went around. He absolutely did.
Yes, he did.
Looking at the replay here on TV, and he's barking at the first base umpire. But again, you said it best. It's kind of the way Tennessee. That's how they take on the personality of their head coach.
So in the first out of the inning, strikeout number 9 for Cade Anderson, but the Tigers trailing 1-0 now as Nate Yeske just now popping out of the LSU dugout, calling for time. Going to go out and visit with Anderson now. A 1-0 Tennessee lead. They played a run here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Evans down in LSU's bullpen. Just got a glimpse of him. Not throwing. Nobody's throwing at the moment, but you can tell he's just starting to walk around, kind of shake the arms, shake the legs, just starting to get some blood moving through the extremities.
And that's been something that over the last couple of weeks we've seen a little different. Typically, Zach Cowan has been the guy to go to in Game 1 situations.
Well, this is when you earn your money as a head coach in Jay Johnson. You're down 1-0, okay? Obviously, still a lot of game left. You got one of the best pitchers in the SEC in the other dugout still pitching. Do you go to your best guy and try to keep it when you're done with Anderson? I mean, that's when you earn your money, because you got to make some tough decisions here in this game, especially if you're down a run or two, still in it, but you don't want to waste your guys for the weekend. That it just becomes a little bit of a chess match there.
Early on in the season, actually towards the midway point, Cowan typically the first guy out in a Game 1 situation, but here of late, Kason Evans has been called upon when need be as they throw over to keep an eye once again on Fisher at first base.
See, Chris, this is a situation, again, I know they got all the stats, so I'm not questioning anything that LSU's doing here. They're not in double play depth. You've got Dickinson way over, and a ball hit just right of second base as we're looking at the field. I mean, would typically be a double play. I don't know if they can turn. It's probably going to be a base hit if it's hit hard enough. So just something to think about in a close game.
Dalton Bargo at the plate. First delivery, a called strike. Anderson comes back with another one on the outside corner, and he jumps ahead of Bargo 0-2. Dalton Bargo Already 2 strikeouts on the night. He's 0 for 2. Punched out in the second and again in the fourth.
And let me say this. This is where I hope the ground ball's hit directly at Dickinson, and I'm proved dead wrong.
The 0-2. High and outside. Fargo not going after that. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Tennessee 1 run on 4 hits. The Tigers, no runs, no hits. Only 2 men left on from the 2 walks given up early by Liam Doyle. Anderson's 1-2 pitch. A bouncer. Coming over is going to be Dickinson. He'll flip to Braswell, and Braswell will throw to first in time for the twin killing. Great coordination by the Tiger infield. They were in the shift. Milam got out of the way, allowed Dickinson to scoop it up. Braswell, who had moved to the shortstop position, heads up play, went straight to second base, and they're able to turn 2, and that'll do it for Tennessee. However, the balls get on the board. They take a 1-run lead. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers need some offense. Stanfield, then top of the order, Curiel and Jones when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win! The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
On paper, we expected a pitcher's duel tonight in Game 1 with Liam Doyle from Tennessee and Cade Anderson from LSU. Not sure anybody was looking towards a no-hitter going into the bottom of the 6th inning, but that's what Liam Doyle has at the very moment. His Vols lead 1-0 after plating a run in the top half of this frame. Chris Stanfield will lead it off for the Tigers. Squared to bunt. The pitch from Doyle, a fastball high, and it's 1-0. Stanfield, a strikeout victim, his first time up in the 3rd inning. 2 walks given up early by Doyle. Since then, he's been recording outs, including 6 punch-outs so far. Infield corner playing in, both at first and third. Here's the 1-0. Stanfield looking to swing, and that pitch above the letters. It's 2-0.
Yeah, wouldn't mind a 3rd walk if you're an LSU fan from Doyle. Get Stanfield on. Guy's got some wheels for the top of the lineup.
The 2-0. Want a fastball for a strike to make it 2-1.
A lot of moving around in the Volunteers bullpen. Nobody really throwing at the moment, but got a host of guys down there.
2 balls, 1 strike to Chris Stanfield, the Tigers center fielder. Doyle starts the wind in the 2-1. Swung on, shallow center field, fly ball. Everybody converging, but it's the center fielder able to come in. Inslee, he makes the call and the catch for out number 1. You know, you go back to that Cade Anderson complete game victory. One of the big keys there was the inability for Oklahoma to get runners on base, and Cade, for the most part, pitched out of the windup. Unfortunately, after giving up the 2 walks, Liam Doyle was working from the windup the majority of the night, overwhelming majority of the night.
Right. Yeah, he's been comfortable in a, just you need something. We talked about how it comes down to a couple pitches usually in a game like this. Well, at the moment, it's really 1 pitch. It's the wild pitch. After after Tennessee Volunteer got on first base, the wild pitch got to second, and then Fisher was able to drive him in.
Curiel now at the plate with one out. Derek will walk back in the first. He grounded out to Keelan, the second baseman, last time in the third. Again, Tigers without a hit so far in this game. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pitch to Curiel, a bouncer right at Keelan. He'll glove it, throw to first, and there's two gone.
Yeah, it just makes it tough. Doyle's, you got to tip your hat to him thus far, is he just doesn't give in. He's a guy that it's if he was on your team, you love him. If he's on the other team, sometimes a little bit of the antics and the chatting may get to you, but he's a competitor, and he fills up the strike zone and makes you earn everything from an offense.
Jared Jones batting for the third time here. The Tigers order seeing Liam Doyle for a third time on the night. Jones 0 for 1. He was aboard on a walk back in the fourth inning, left stranded at first base. With 5 on the pitch clock, Doyle starts the wind and the pitch. Missed high and outside to Jones, and it's 1-0. Doyle going to strut around the mound a little bit. Not sure he agreed with that call from our home plate umpire. Jones ready to go at the plate. A 1-0 pitch. Out in front swinging on a changeup from Doyle, and it's 1-1.
And Doyle, again, he's a guy that likes to pitch with his fastball, but he throws his all-speed pitches just enough, and just enough for strikes to keep you off balance and get you out in front like Jones was on that last pitch.
A 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Again off speed. Now he's ahead, and the count is Doyle 1-2.
And this is as a pitcher, you got a lot of arrows in the quiver. 1-2, you've shown him a couple all-speed pitches, and you throw 95 miles an hour, so you can elevate the fastball. You can go back to the all-speed in the dirt. You got a lot of different ways to try to get a hitter out. 2
outs, the 1-2. This one launched in the air in center field, base hit. Jones with the first knock of the night for the Tigers. A 2-out single, a Bingo Pest Product base hit. That'll bring the box back to life here as the Tigers able to extend this bottom of the sixth inning. That will get Daniel Dickinson to the plate.
Well, he went soft. Doyle went soft with pitches early to get to 2 strikes. Went all-speed pitch, and then he tried to speed the bat back up with a fastball, and you saw Peebles, or we saw, I should say, Peebles go up with the glove. He wanted it more towards the letters and the neck of Jared Jones, but the fastball was more belt high, and Jared Jones able to put the good part of the wood on it, hit it back up the middle.
Timeout called. Cannon Peebles, the catcher, went out to hand deliver the baseball to Liam Doyle. Jared Jones does his part. Gets aboard for a second time tonight. Now it'll be up to Dickinson to do something with the lumber, keep the inning going. The Tigers no stranger to 2-out rallies this season, although here of late over the last couple of weeks hasn't been as powerful as the early and middle part of the season. Daniel Dickinson batting .342. Again, as we told you earlier, plenty of power in that stick as well, but right now it's about finding the outfield grass and arriving safely. Doyle ready to go. Jones on his way to second base. There'll be no throw. And again, Tennessee, if they've had a weakness in this pitching staff, it is the inability to hold runners on. Jared Jones got one of the biggest jumps you'll ever see.
Yeah, that's it. You steal that on the pitcher. When you, especially a left-handed pitcher, they got a tip. Or no, he went from the windup. Doyle just forgot that he had a guy on base. He's been having nobody on base for so many innings. He went from the windup, Chris, and Jones was able just to take the bag.
Dickinson swings, flies this one to the seats down the line in right, out of play, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So now the Tigers again for the second time tonight with a runner in scoring position. Daniel Dickinson with 2 outs. Batting .308 with 2 outs in the inning, .352 with runners in scoring position. Jones takes his lead at second, the 1-1. Down the middle.
It's a good pitch.
1-2 is now the count to Daniel.
Yeah, before Jones got to second base on the stolen base, I was going to say, unlike Doug Thompson, who we love, always wants the home run, I just wanted a double. Jones is good enough to get around the bases. I needed a double to the wall. Now just a single should score Jones.
The 1-2. Good eye. Misses low with a fastball from Doyle. Evens a count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans, don't let heater or AC outages keep you on the bench. Text the words home run to 31996. Get your $59 AC system check. Accutem Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Big moment here for LSU. 2 down. Runner at second. Trailing Tennessee 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch to Dickinson. Swats it to center field. Inslee going back on the run. He'll be able to get to it just shy of the track for out number 3. The Tigers threaten but come up empty-handed. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We head to the top of the 7th. The latter innings are here, and Tennessee leads 1-0. They'll have 6, 7, and 8 in the order due up. We'll return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Need funds to help with your financial situation? Republic Finance is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and has served the SEC area since 1952. Check out our loan options to see how we may help you. Visit a local branch or get pre-qualified online at republicfinance.com/tigers.
Not all consumers are eligible to apply online. Secured loans are available exclusively in branch and have collateral and insurance requirements. Standard loan terms, rates, and fees apply based on your state. All loans are subject to approval pursuant to standard underwriting criteria. Not all consumers will qualify. For more information, call 833-907-1737.
NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state and beyond.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. Your home for the Fighting Tigers. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
Still a 1-0 lead. Tennessee out in front. You can say runs at a premium. Well, that's been the case so far tonight. Cade Anderson back out there for the Tigers, starting his 7th inning of work. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks and 9 strikeouts. Reese Chapman will lead it off for Tennessee. A single in the 2nd, strikeout victim in the 4th. First pitch off speed, down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson now with 86 pitches thrown. Still no action in the LSU bullpen. A couple of relievers up and throwing for Tennessee. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Nowhere close with the bat as Chapman on that one on a pitch a little outside, and it's 0-2. Again, LSU will go into the shift. They'll move Milam right of second base. Braswell moves into the traditional 6-hole. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him to chase again, that time about half a foot off the outside corner. And that'll be strikeout number 10 for Cade Anderson. 1 gone. Again, the leadoff hitter retired.
A couple volunteers down in the bullpen is left-hander number 37, Dylan Loy, and the right-hander is number 50, Tanner Franklin.
Now the catcher, Cannon Peebles, to the plate. First pitch to the right-hander. Outer portion of the plate for a strike off speed. Anderson really relying heavily here of late, but locating the off-speed pitches. The 0-1. Line drive over the reach of Braswell at third, into the corner. Curiel trying to cut it off. Around first is Peebles. Curiel mishandled the ball, and he will stand up at second base with a 1-out double. Peebles with just his 3rd double of the year, and immediately with 1 out, Tennessee another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Anderson going to both off-speed pitches. He's thrown the slider and the curveball, and he's working it early in the count. Went back-to-back on the slider, and just a good job really by Peebles of staying on that pitch and hitting it right over Braswell's head. third base. Curiel, a little bit of a bobble in left field, didn't matter. Peebles was going to get into second base regardless, whether Curiel fielded it cleanly or not.
So now it'll be Ariel Antigua, the shortstop. He's 1 for 2 tonight, a single. Also flied out to right field last time. First pitch across the plate, again off speed, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, that was the good overhand curveball.
Now we see Zach Cowan stand up in the LSU bullpen, not throwing yet, but he's got his glove and walking around. Jacob Myers tossing the football out in the bullpen. The 0-1, whoo, high and outside. Great job by Hernandez to reach up, pull that one in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now to Antigua. Sophomore out of West Palm Beach, Florida, making his way to Knoxville, playing for Tony Vitello and the Volunteers. The 1-1, swing and a miss, off speed and on the hands. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Antigua does have a base hit tonight. 203 average on the year. Abernathy on deck, batting .284 as the DH. With a runner at second, almost must find the outs in these next 2 batters. Fastball rocketed foul down the first base line, keeps it 1-2 now to Antigua.
You feel like this is a game where you really got to keep it to a 1-run deficit. You don't want this thing to get 2 or 3 runs back, with especially running out of innings. And the way Tennessee's thrown the baseball, with the bullpen action going, you don't think Doyle's going to go too much longer, but only time will tell.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Antigua. Anderson fires. It's low. Antigua did not go around, although they appealed. Now time going to be called by all of our umpires here.
Get rid of the baseball.
Yep.
That was a good block by Anderson. Ball in the dirt. You got to, as a pitcher, trust your catcher that he's going to smother that baseball up out in front of him, and he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the Volunteer shortstop, Ariel Antigua. Runner in second, and Cannon Peebles for Tennessee. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup pulled the string, and Cade Anderson with strikeout number 11. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. That will bring Jay Abernathy, unless Coach Vitello wants to make a pinch hitting move here with the number 9 hitter. Tony's out there talking to the home plate umpire, and indeed he will make a change. So Abernathy will have a seat. We'll have a pinch hitter as the DH coming in for the Volunteers. It will be Levi Clark, a freshman out of Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, Levi Clark, this will be his 32nd game played. He does have 21 starts, this is his 72nd at bat. Does have 8 homers, so he does have a little pop in that bat.
Time going to be called now as Hernandez going to walk out to the mound. The Tiger infield will join him and Anderson on the bump here. Interestingly enough, Levi Clark, as you said, he's a true freshman out of Marietta, Georgia. Average on the year .338 with those 71 plate appearances, including the home runs, 5 doubles on the year. But in SEC play with limited at-bats, he's got 20 in league play, batting just 100 against SEC pitching. But as you said, certainly if he runs into one, can do some damage. So now Cade Anderson, after the quick meeting there. Again, now nobody up for LSU. Everybody back sitting down in the bullpen. Runner at second, 2 down, a 1-0 Tennessee lead. Pitch to Clark. The same miss low for ball 1. Started him off with the off speed. LSU Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Paid attendance tonight, 12,919, second highest in LSU history. 1-0, off speed, swing and a miss. Way off balance was Clark, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, that looked like the changeup there from Anderson. Just got Clark way out in front.
2 outs, runner at second. Anderson's 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 2-1. Wind has basically died here. The flag's not moving very much above the batter's eye in center field. 2 balls, 1 strike to the pinch hitter, Levi Clark. Anderson fires again, but this fastball misses outside. Now 3 balls, 1 strike.
Levi Clark, as you mentioned, Chris, was out of Marietta, Georgia. Good-looking kid, 6'1", 211 pounds.
Peebles with the double. Down at second base, 2 outs. The 3-1. At the belt for a strike. The fastball at 94 will fill it up, 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, 3-1, that's the pitch you're looking for. Guy in scoring position, so base opening. I know you got the top of the lineup on deck, but it'll be interesting to see if Clark goes Anderson goes right after Clark.
Payoff delivery. Fastball missed low and away, ball 4. So that will be the 3rd walk given up by Cade Anderson. Not the worst thing in the world with first base open. Now it creates a force play at any base.
No, you're right.
The infield.
Went with the fastball, tried to get a little too perfect with the pitch and missed down and away. But you got Curley up now, top of the lineup. It's time to give your best stuff if you're Anderson right here, right now.
This will be pitch 103 for Cade Anderson upcoming here with Dean Curley top of the order. He's 0 for 2 so far. Did reach base on a walk and a fielder's choice. Runners first and second. The pitch. Inside, missing ball 1. Hernandez tracks it down up the third base line. Everybody stays put, and it's 1-0.
The LSU's got left-hander Cooper Williams getting loose. Starting to play catch. Cowan is moving around with the glove on. He was just throwing, but now sits back down.
One ball, no strikes to Curley. Sophomore out of Laverne, California. Runners first and second. Fastball strike on the inner half, and it's 1-1. Again, Cooper Williams working pretty fervently there in the bullpen now. Not quite yet on the rubber, but starting to speed up.
Well, you got to believe with the 2 lefties up, this might be Anderson's last hitter.
The 1-1 sails outside with a fastball, 2-1.
Getting up in a pitch count and Williams getting hot. Again, Anderson, a left-hander, can face the 2 lefties. But I'm with you, Chris. The way Williams is working right now, he's getting hot, and he's getting hot in a hurry.
Peebles at second, Clark at first base. A 2-1 count to Dean Curley. Off speed, just paints the outside corner to even the count, 2-2. Curley having what appeared to be some type of communication with our home plate umpire. Maybe just verifying that that was a strike. 2 men on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 pitch from Anderson. Swung on, ground ball, Braswell fields it, gets to third for out number 3, and that'll do it for the Volunteers. They threaten, but scoreless on 1 hit. They leave 2 men on. Time to stretch it out here at the box. LSU needs some offense. They trail Tennessee 1-0. It'll be the meat of the order presented by 44 Farms. Ethan Fry, Stephen Milam, Jake Brown when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The 7th inning stretch, presented by Cushata Casino Resort, Louisiana's best bet. Now, back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
1-0 Tennessee leads, bottom of the 7th inning here in Game 1. Ethan Fry for LSU will lead it off. Fry 0 for 2 tonight. Caught looking in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth to Liam Doyle. Doyle giving up just 1 hit, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts so far. First pitch, Fry sends high in the air, right center field, but coming over is Inslee. And the ball, center fielder makes the play a few feet shy of the track for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. That's pitch 95 for Liam Doyle. Again, Tennessee has had some action in the bullpen for the last inning plus, and they appear to still be at least a right-hander and I believe a left-hander warming down there for the Volunteers, as we'll see Stephen Milam. Milam 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout victim in the second. Flied out foul territory, third base side back in the fourth. Doyle looks in, left-hander winds, and the pitch. Fastball 94, misses low and inside to Milam, and it's 1-0.
That's still right-hander Tanner Franklin for Tennessee, getting loose in their bullpen.
Doyle's 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back into the screen off the bat of Milam. 1 ball and 1 strike. Serving the world's best baby back ribs, fresh seafood, Cajun-inspired comfort food. You know it, it's TJ Ribs. Tiger fans go to celebrate all season long. 23-24, South Acadian Thruway in Baton Rouge. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Milam at the plate, Doyle ready to deliver. Looks in. Pitch clock down to 5, down to 4. He starts the wind and delivers. Ground ball out in front is Milam. Foul down the third base line. It's 1-2.
You need a double here, Chris. We need a ball over the fence. We need something to get the crowd back into it.
Got to get some runners on in scoring position with less than 2 outs.
Exactly.
Doyle again has given up just 1 hit so far tonight. The 1-2 pitch to Milam. High and inside, bends him back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch will be his 100th pitch of the evening. Or should I say of the morning.
Indeed, good Saturday morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. Time going to be called now. Looks like there's some communication trouble with Doyle and the dugout. He's looking at the digital watch, and now walking out will be Peebles, the catcher. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
With our producer, Adam Gattuso, in the Capital One studio on this early Saturday morning. Buzzy Heidel, Chris Blair with you here in the broadcast booth, high above Skip Bertman Field, Alec Box Stadium. Tennessee leading here in Game 1, 1-0 over LSU. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Nobody on, and Stephen Milam at the plate. 2-2 count. Doyle fires. Fouled off the end of the bat, into the backstop. Keeps the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. LSU Athletics once again would like to thank tonight's and today's game sponsor, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. This will be pitch number 101 for Liam Doyle. Jake Brown on deck for the Tigers. Milam at the plate. Doyle winds and fires. The 2-2 misses low. Now a full count.
A good at bat by Milam. Takes an off-speed pitch the pitch before and was able to spoil it. It was a good pitch, and then Doyle tries to go back to the heater down in the zone, and Milam able to lay off of that. Gets it to 3-2, and a spot here, if Milam can get on, it'll be an interesting decision for Coach Vitello.
Foul cut once again by Milam. Keeps it full, 3-2.
Yeah, and up over 100 pitches for Doyle, and you've got both the right-hander Franklin and the left-hander Loy. Loy technically not throwing at the moment for Tennessee, but Franklin looks like he's hot and ready to go.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Stephen Milam with 1 out, nobody on. Pitch clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Milam launches it to center field. Inslee again on the run, got a great first step. He's able to track it down. Again, that pitch delivered and released with 0 on the pitch clock, but Milam records the out, second out of the inning. Tigers, no runners aboard here. Jake Brown will try to get something going. Brown certainly with 3 home runs on the year. 6 doubles, 2 triples on the season. Left-handed hitter. Initially, Tennessee had the infield on the corners in. Now they'll back up the first baseman, Fisher. First delivery missed outside, 1-0 to Jake Brown.
That actually looked like the cutter from Doyle. Ball that was at 89 miles an hour, just ever so slightly moving away from Brown off the outside part of the plate.
Doyle's 1-0 pitch. Inside corner called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brown, the sophomore out of Sulphur, Louisiana. 1-0 Tennessee leading, bottom of the 7th inning. With 2 out and a 1-1 count, Doyle fires. Misses high, 2-1. Doyle going to pick up the rosin bag. Take a little time here. Step up on the rubber with 7 on the pitch clock. 2-1 the count to Brown. The pitch. Inside missing, 3-1. Now if you're Jake Brown, you've said it all night, Buzzy. Liam relies and has confidence in the fastball. You may have something to work with here. Got to be ready.
Yeah, if he throws something else, I mean, you tip your hat, but you gotta hunt the fastball here. Look dead red if you get it. Try to rip it.
There it comes, and it's a called strike. Brown thought it was low, tosses his bat, but he'll have to pick it up and come back. It's a full count. Again, that was great location by Doyle.
And Brown knows better. I mean, that's not a pitch you want to swing at, so you're not mad at Brown for taking the pitch because it's a 3-1 pitch down in the zone that he can't do anything with. But you know, if you've got the square, if you'd be able to tap the helmet like they did in minor league this past year, where you could challenge it, I still think it's a strike. It's just a pitcher's pitch.
So now with 2 outs and nobody on, full count to Jake Brown. Doyle fires high and inside, ball 4, and Brown now can go to first base. That will extend the inning, bring Luis Hernandez to the plate. Luis tonight 0 for 2, fly ball out to center. Popped up foul territory, handled by Peebles, the catcher, and Now we're going to get Tony Vitello hustling his way out to the mound. And again, he's going to argue a little bit with the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what about, but now he'll head on out to visit with Liam Doyle and the Tennessee infield.
Awfully chirpy.
Looks like they've made a call to the bullpen. So Liam Doyle, after an excellent performance, his night is done. LSU with a runner at first and 2 outs. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer here in Louisiana. We'll tell you about the new pitcher and get back to it. Tigers trailing Tennessee 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
People's Health has a new Medicare plan designed for people with diabetes, chronic heart failure, or cardiovascular disorders. It features a monthly over-the-counter allowance, lower costs for a number of prescriptions, and lower specialist copays than non-special needs plans from People's Health. To learn more about a chronic special needs plan, call 1-844-663-2133. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
New pitcher on the mound for Tennessee. Tanner Franklin, the right-hander, takes over for Liam Doyle. Doyle responsible for the runner at first and Jake Brown, who received the 2-out walk. Tigers will have Josh Pearson checking in to pinch hit here for Luis Hernandez. In the 7th spot in the order, the left-hander Pearson to take on Tanner Franklin, the right-hander for Tennessee.
Yeah, Franklin, a big one, 6'5", 225 pounds, out of Jefferson City, Tennessee. Transfer from Kennesaw State. Franklin making his 16th appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with a 4.38 ERA. He does have 2 saves in 24 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 25 hits. 12 runs, 5 walks, and 37 strikeouts. He's a good arm. It's 96 to 100 miles an hour. You will see triple digits at times, especially in a hyped-up environment like it is right now. He's got a fastball in the upper 90s. Again, will touch 100. And he also has a changeup and a cutter. He's going to really, again, come at you with a lot of hard.
Pearson stands in. First pitch fouled back into the screen. A 96-mile-an-hour heater from Franklin, and it's 0-1. Pearson, his 94th plate appearance of the year, batting .290. He's got 6 home runs, 5 doubles. He's driven in 24 runs. Called upon here in a big spot, bottom of the 7th inning, trailing Tennessee 1-0. Jake Brown with a short lead off of first. Plenty of speed for Brown. Franklin fires. Fastball misses outside at 98, and it's 1-1. Pearson has had some big moments in his career as an LSU Tiger. Looking for one more here. The 1-1 opposite field, base hit into left. Brown into second base. Pearson does the job. A single to left. Second hit of the night for LSU, and a pinch hit by Josh Pearson.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Chris. I was about to say Pearson, no better guy at the plate. He's been in situations like this before. I love the called a pinch hit. Franklin went with the cutter, left it up in the zone. Pearson didn't try to do too much with it, just stayed inside out and ripped it to left field, the opposite field. And with 2 outs, got a guy in scoring position. We'll have another pinch hitter and Ashton Larson coming to the plate.
First, Frank Anderson, pitching coach for Tennessee. He's going to make a slow walk out here now that LSU has made a change to Larson. Larson coming in to pinch hit on Tuesday night, kind of injured his leg, maybe a hamstring. Again, had to leave the game after rocketing a double. But the good news, he was not on the injury report from the SEC released yesterday.
Well, hopefully we can get a little bit of that magic we had this past weekend when he came in for a pinch hit and hit the 3-run homer against Alabama late in the game and really got LSU back in it, and need that same type of magic tonight. Larson, a guy that did it a lot last year in the SEC. And if you thought LSU fans were taking a little nap at the 12 o'clock hour here on early Saturday morning, think again.
So Larson stands in his 33rd plate appearance of the year. He's got Brown at second, Pearson at first. And the first delivery, low and inside from Franklin, and it's 1-0. Tennessee has Antigua, the shortstop, just left of second base, keeping an eye on Jake Brown. Keelan, the second baseman, a step on the right center field grass, and Fisher playing behind the bag at first. The 1-0. Larson pops it up, but out of play left side. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to the Tiger pinch hitter. Again with Pearson, pinch hit single to left. Look for Cade Arambidi. Take over behind the plate. Possibly Tanner Reeves defensively at third. We'll wait and see. 1 ball, 1 strike to Larson with 2 outs. Runners first and second. Tennessee leading 1-0. The pitch. Strike at the letters, and Larson can't believe it. Fastball looked a little high. Larson now will grab a little dirt. Step back in with a 1-2 count. And now Jay Johnson calls for time. I think he just wants to simmer Larson down a little bit, who was obviously visibly frustrated on that second strike call.
Well, it's hard enough to hit 97, but when it's up in the zone like that, Larson thought he had a good take. Not only was it a little up, again, it crossed the plate, but it was on the outside part of the plate, so it wasn't like it was up right down the middle.
So Brown, Pearson, Larson, along with Stanfield, meeting with Jay Johnson. Josh Jordan, third base coach, joining in as well. Now they'll head back to their respective bases and positions here. With a 1-2 count to Larson, 2 down. Bottom of the 7th, Tennessee taking a 1-0 lead in the top of the 6th. Tigers just 2 hits off this Tennessee staff. 1 hit off Doyle, now 1 hit off Franklin, and now Tony Vitello going to walk out and visit on the mound here.
We got to make a change, do we not? Is that not his?
It's the second time. Anderson came out a moment ago, and now they're telling Vitello to get back into the dugout. So he got to the mound, they turned him around. And now the umpires want to talk it over.
Yeah, I thought, we'll see. I thought he would have had to make a change. I could be wrong there.
Well, I think the umpires are talking it over about, hey, didn't we have a visit from Frank Anderson, the pitching coach?
Which, if that's the case, I mean, they've got guys in the bullpen that have been throwing. Lloyd's the lefty, number 37. And actually, they sat Lloyd down. We'll get you another number. That's number 7. Nate Snead is the right-hander getting loose.
And now the umpires again, they're all huddled up in front of home plate on the infield grass. They're having a lengthy discussion here, but it was pretty clear. Now Jay Johnson coming out saying, hey guys, let's play ball or make a decision or do something here. This is not what you want to see in this marquee matchup in such a great game thus far.
Yeah, we've got left-hander, that's not Loy, that's left-hander Brandon Arvidsson getting loose for Tennessee. So they're double barrel action down there if they do have to make a change.
And now it looks like the umpires, I could be wrong, but it looks like they're communicating with Birmingham.
That's exactly what they're doing.
And we're not under review. There's nothing to review. But, again, that is the second mound visit in this inning from Tennessee. And now the Volunteers players telling the umpires to get out of the way, let Franklin continue to throw here while we have this delay. And they are still talking it over. And they are indeed talking with Birmingham.
Am I wrong, Chris? Is it not about the pitching change? It's the only thing it can be, right?
It's got to be. That's why I was a little surprised, because Vitello, if you watch him, and I've seen him enough since he's taken over at Tennessee, typically when he's making the change, he's going to slowly walk out there, draw the ire of the crowd. This time he was kind of scooting along pretty quickly. He got to the mound, and the umpire said, hey, get back in the dugout. But I think Jay Johnson's argument is, wait a minute, if he's out there, you got to make a change. So now Jay is back out on the infield grass saying, guys, what are we doing here? And the home plate umpire coming over and asking Jay to step behind the first base line. And now Jay's getting a little more animated. And it doesn't appear that the umpires have made a decision on what they're going to do.
Yeah, this is, I got to tell you, this is semi-odd. I mean, we're getting the benefit of a replay on TV up in the booth, but you're right.
Second base umpire came flying in.
Yeah.
That's Matthew Wilbanks before Vitello got to the mound and said, hey, coach. But again, I don't know how you're allowed to just let them simply go back. I think that's Jay's argument, that you've caused a delay in this game with a little bit of momentum for LSU, and they still have not made a decision. They're still talking it over. And in all fairness, Franklin's had to stand out here on the mound, take a couple of warm-up tosses.
Yeah, I don't know who's in a worse situation, Larson or Franklin. Who gets the benefit here? After Larson takes a pitch that's close, up in the zone, but, could have went either way, a 50-50 ball. So Larson was a little upset with the strike call, and after that, it's been chaos.
Joe Harris coming over, the home plate umpire, talking to Jay Johnson. Now Jay's headed back to the dugout. Two of our umpiring crew went over to the Tennessee dugout. They seem to be satisfied with whatever was decided upon, but Franklin will stay out there, and Larson, with a 1-2 count, 2 outs, runners first and second, will step back into the plate. And I don't think either team is going to be real happy with this recent sequence of events. So again, Larson stands in, 2 outs, and the 1-2. Fouled back into the screen as they sent Brown in motion from second base. He'll head back.
Well, hopefully after this base hit by Larson, we'll get a little information for our listeners.
Another 1-2 pitch from Franklin. Off the end of the bat, foul by Larson. Appeared again to be maybe a cutter that time from Franklin.
Yeah, it was definitely not the four-seam fastball, as it was at 89 miles an hour. And a good job by Larson after seeing 97 to keep the hands back just long enough to spoil a good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, another pitch, and again just getting a piece to stay alive as Larson, he fights off what appears to be another cutter from Franklin at 89.9 on the gun. 2 outs, runners first and second, Tennessee leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Larson readies the bat. Franklin's 1-2 pitch. Missed outside, and it was close. Just off the outside corner with a fastball, and it's now 2-2.
Yeah, I guess that's the straight fastball. The report, says his four-seam's going to be more upper 90s, but that didn't look like it had much cut to it, so I don't know that was the cut, or maybe just a 2-seam fastball.
2-2, pop fly into left field. Bargo settles under it. He will have it, and the Tigers go scoreless in the bottom of the 7th. Not without drama But no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on, and Tennessee holds on to a 1-0 lead. We head to the top of the 8th. Back to the box after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Looking to make your next corporate event, church festival, or school field day the best one yet? Well, look no further than Grayson's Events and Entertainment. They have it all, from carnival rides to mechanical bulls, inflatables, and much more. They truly are your one-stop shop for all your party and event rental needs. Give them a call at 225-436-6520 and use promo code RADIO25 on your next order at Grayson'sEventsEntertainment.com. Louisiana's best event specialist. You won't be disappointed.
Hey Tiger fans, are you ready to roar? Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum for LSU Athletics. Our cane to glass rum is made just 2 miles north of Tiger Stadium. We handcraft every drop from our own Louisiana sugarcane, all grown right across the river. So whether you're tailgating at the stadium or dropping by our tasting room for a tour and cocktail, you'll be keeping it local. Visit Oxbow Rum Distillery, open Thursday to Sunday, noon to 6. Go Tigers!
Live action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Unfortunately, the Tigers unable to score there in the bottom of the 7th inning. And runners first and second. Jake Brown aboard on a walk. Josh Pearson with a pinch hit single to left field. Ashton Larson at the plate, and then absolute chaos after Tony Vitello made a second trip. His pitching coach, Frank Anderson, had come out earlier. Then he comes out, was told, nope, you've already made a mound visit. Do you want to make a change? You got to get back. And I'll tell you what, as Anderson delivers a first pitch outside to Gavin Keelan for a 1-0 count. Breaking ball, swatted straight up into the air. Aaron Beatty in foul territory. He will have it. Aaron Beatty checks in to play catcher for Hernandez, who was pinch hit for. But I got to tell you, Buzzy, I know the Tigers are trailing 1-0, but after watching the replays, mulling it over in that 90-second timeout, I do not believe it's any umpire's responsibility to tell a coach they've made a mistake, because the second base umpire, Matthew Wilbanks, came running from his position towards the mound as Tony Vitello was making his way out there, and he had his hands out as if, don't come out here or you got to make a change. And Tony Vitello was already on the mound, dirt. That is a change to the ball. I don't understand why the officials went out of their way to help a team. It's not their responsibility to make them aware of the rules.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well said, Chris. And I'm not sure. I'd love to get to, maybe we can get that answer from Jay Johnson either post-game or tomorrow at some point of what they told him to ease his mind, because I'm with you. As soon as he got to the mound, that was the second visit. You've got to make a change. That's what was always told to me, and you're right. He was basically protected by the second base umpire.
First delivery, a breaking ball to Andrew Fisher from Anderson makes it 0-1. Again, you could read the lips. He said, you've already made a mound visit. This pitch outside to Fisher evens the count 1-1.
Let me say this. I never like to bash umpires or, I just don't think that's the right thing to do. I think that you build in excuses a lot of times as that pitch is fouled off. But you're so right, Chris. It was a situation where in a tight game and a top 10 matchup like you have here, a lot on the line.
That would be
you're protecting the coach.
That would be akin to warning a pitcher the pitch clock is about to expire.
Correct.
And you never see that.
Yeah.
This breaking ball misses outside, and it's 2-2.
Yeah,
again, it's not an easy job.
I certainly don't want their job.
No.
I was just about to say that, but that just seems like, he went a little above and beyond of what he should have did.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Fisher with 1 out. Anderson fires, and this one laced to right field. Coming over is Brown. He'll field it near the line, trying to stretch it into a double. The throw to Milam, and the tag is applied, but I think Milam may have lost the ball. Let's see. Did we get a decision? I did not see the umpire even give a decision.
He's still, I
assume he's safe because he's standing on the bag, but there was no indication. Am I missing something?
I guess he just assumed. We saw that the ball was not caught, which we did not. But it's like he pointed to it, but did not give a safe route. You're right.
Bewildered. But again, yeah, I'm with you. It looked like the ball came loose as he was trying to apply the tag, but he just called time. He's out there instructing the runner as to what to do. I don't understand this. And now we have an injured runner. It was Fisher who, again, kind of slid into Milam, and now he's stretching out there. But this is I haven't seen this. So, Jay Johnson now on his way out. And with 114 pitches thrown, this will be all for Cade Anderson. Again, a 1-0 Tennessee lead. It looks like Zach Cowan going to be coming out of the bullpen here for LSU. Well, Anderson again, good night tonight. He gave up 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 3 walks and 11 strikeouts. But he will leave the game with his Tigers down 1-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. So Cowan emerges from the right field bullpen. Pitching change powered by Sunshine. Need a game-changing upgrade? Well, trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, to keep your home turf in tip-top shape. We'll get back to action. A 1-0 Tennessee lead. 1 out. Runner at second for the Volunteers in the top of the 8th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Winning isn't everything. Wait, excuse me. Read that wrong. Winning is everything. Hancock Whitney Bank is supporting today's action because we love to see people win. And we're supporting you with knowledge and support because we want to see you win too. Your business, your goals, your hopes, and your dreams. The right bank makes all the difference. How can we help you win? Visit HancockWhitney.com to find out. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
It's 4 in the morning when the roaches are on. You need the Bingo Roach Spray.
Get ready for a bug-free Louisiana summer with Bingo Pest Control products. Our best-in-class indoor and outdoor solutions are powerful enough to eliminate those never-ending bugs, guaranteed. Visit bingo.com or call 833-GO-BINGO. Bingo keeps pests gone.
If you're tired of trying, you should be buying the famous Bingo Roach Spray.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook Live and YouTube. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Zach Cowan takes over on the mound for LSU. First out of the bullpen tonight. It's a 1-0 Tennessee lead here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 out, runner at second. So a good night, as we mentioned, for Cade Anderson. He is responsible for the runner at second base. They'll rely on Cowan to try to keep it a 1-0 ball game late in this one.
Cowan coming in, making his 15th appearance of the year. He's 2-0 with a 1.21 ERA. Tied for the team lead in saves with 6. 37 in the 3rd innings pitched. He's given up 23 hits, 5 runs, 6 walks, 46 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting 170 off of him, and he is a strike-throwing machine. Going to be low 90s. Got a really good changeup, and trying to keep the Tigers, keep that score right where it is, give his offense a chance in these next couple innings.
Got to find 2 outs and find them quickly. Hunter Inslee now at the plate. The first pitch from Cowan. Say miss low off speed. Wow. Looked pretty good to me from up here. It's 1-0.
They're going to throw the changeup at 80 to 83, so low 80 changeup, high 80s, low 90s fastball.
1-0 from Cowan. Down in the dirt, blocked up by Aaron Beatty, but it runs up the first base line, and that's going to allow Fisher to head on into third base. So now with one out, Tennessee, a runner just 90 feet away down the line.
Yeah, and LSU got to bring the infield in. You got to keep this thing to a one-run game.
So 2 balls, no strikes to Inslee, who's 0 for 3. 336 average and 415 with runners in scoring position. Cowan, a little bit of a pickle here with just one out. 2-0 pitch, off speed and on the hand, swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Runner at third, one out. 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ground ball, can't get to it as Dickinson. It will bounce its way into right center field. Fisher will score, and it's 2-0 Tennessee. An RBI single for Hunter Inslee.
Yeah, another situation where a wild pitch from a guy that doesn't throw a lot of them in Cowan, but we told you in games like this, it comes down to a lot of times a couple pitches, and the wild pitch gets the runner to third base, makes LSU have to bring the infield in, and then a routine ground ball that if LSU was playing normal depth would just be a normal out at first base, results in a run, and now LSU down 2 and got their work cut out for them to going to have to try to come back and tie this game up in the next couple innings.
Throw over to first and back safely is Inslee, who's 5 for 6 in stolen bases. Dalton Bargo, the Omaha, Nebraska native, a junior for the Volunteers, left-hander at the plate. He's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts, hit into a double play back in the 6th. Runner goes, swung on. A fly ball near third base. Coming over is Tanner Reeves in foul territory, and he'll make the play for the second out of the inning. Back to first goes Inslee. And now with 2 gone, Cowan will focus in on Reese Chapman coming to the plate for the Volunteers. Again, fans, don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text the words home run to 31996. Get a $59 AC system check from AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Left-hander Cooper Williams still getting loose in LSU's bullpen, and also right-hander Jacob Myers.
Reese Chapman awaits. Cowan fires, and he goes against the shift, and a little single into left field. Tennessee again able to beat the defensive shift. Nobody at home in the 6 hole, and just a lazy fly ball results in the 8th hit of the night for the Volunteers, and they have runners first and second now with 2 gone.
Well, you had to Chapman as Cowan's best pitch, in my opinion. One of his best pitches is his changeup. Started him off with a changeup. Ball was working away from the left-handed hitter Chapman, but he didn't try to pull it or spin off of it. He just stayed the other way, let the ball travel, get deep in the zone, and poked it in the left field.
So now Cannon Peebles is 1 for 2. He had a double in the 7th inning. First pitch from Cowan, high and up outside for ball 1, 1-0. Inslee at second, Chapman with the single at first base. 2-0 Tennessee lead. The Vols with a run in the 6th, 1 here in the 8th. Cowan's 1-0 pitch. Hit back foul into the screen, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow's game 2 between these two teams, 7 p.m. first pitch, airtime of the Hub International On Deck show at 6:30. I should say later tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Peebles. Cowan fires. Again, hit back foul into the screen. Gets Zach ahead, 1-2. Again, Tanner Reeves taking over at third for Michael Braswell, who started the game. Kate Aaron Beatty in behind the plate for Hernandez. Two outs, runners first and second. Cowan fires the 1-2 off the end of the bat, foul again by Peebles.
Cowan going to his best off speed again, which is the changeup, and a nice job by Peebles of just spoiling off a good pitch, a pitch that's working away from a left-handed hitter. That's a tough pitch to even get the bat on.
2 outs and a 1-2 count. Tiger right-hander Zach Cowan with the 1-2 delivery. Just missed the outside corner. Brave take that time by Peebles, but it evens the count. 2-2 works in his favor to even it up. Tigers, when they find this final out, will have Stanfield, top of the order, Curiel and Jones coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Down 2-0 to Tennessee. 2-2 pitch. Swung on again. Fouled out of play left side. Count holds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans help shape the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access new potential medicines, get free study-related exams. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Runners take their lead, first and second. 2 outs and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. This time the changeup. Out in front is Peebles. That'll do it for Tennessee, but they add a run. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 2 men on. Bottom of the 8th. Tigers down 2-0. Stanfield, Curiel, and Jones at the plate when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
He's going to the track, the wall. See ya. Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there. Sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time, and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in the car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, remember Capital One offering checking and savings accounts, no fees or minimums. Capital One, what's in your wallet? We got a 2-0 Tennessee lead. Bottom of the 8th inning. LSU coming to the plate here in the bottom half of the 8th frame. Again, got some pretty good hitters coming to the plate here. Stanfield to lead it off, followed by top of the order Curiel and Jared Jones. They'll face a new pitcher for Tennessee, right-hander Nate Snead. Now on the bump for the Volunteers.
Yeah, junior, 6'2", 212-pounder out of South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, transfer from Wichita State. Snead making his 14th appearance of the year. He's 3-0, has a 3.37 ERA, does have 3 saves in 34 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 34 hits, 13 runs, 12 walks, 28 strikeouts. Snead's going to be 95-99 with a sinker. Got a curveball, changeup, and cutter.
First pitch to Chris Stanfield. Called strike to make it 0-1. 97 miles per hour on the radar gun from the hard-throwing right-hander Nate Snead. The 0-1 to Stanny. This is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris tonight, strikeout victim in the 3rd. Fly ball out to center field to Inslee back in the 6th inning. Swings, pops it up, foul out of play behind us. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
LSU, Case and Evans starting to play a little catch down in their bullpen. This is a situation where, again, I made this comment an inning or so ago about Coach Johnson and the decisions.
Pitch fouled off by Stanfield and on the hands. Count remains 1-2.
And the tough decisions you have to make. I'm glad I don't have to make them, but if I did, it's a 2-0 game. Certainly, you still have a chance to win. It's not out of hand, but it'll be a situation where if I don't score a run here or two, I don't know that I'd run Cowan back out there, and I don't know that I'd run Evans out there.
Good take by Stanfield as the fastball at 98 missed high. It evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's a situation where you don't want to give the game away, but you...
Swing by Stanfield, ball landing, right center field, drops it in for the base hit. Tigers with the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Great piece of hitting by Chris Stanfield. Goes opposite field, little bloop single into right center, and the Tigers quickly in business.
Yeah, gotta like getting the leadoff guy on, especially when it's the 9-hole and you got the top of the lineup coming up. But as I was saying, you're not giving up on the game or giving up, but you're just trying to play smart for the entirety of the weekend. But again, good start for LSU. If we can get a few runs here, then you'd like Cowan or Evans being out there for the top of the 9th and having a chance to win it in the bottom.
Derek Curiel at the plate. First pitch. Whips in a fastball, does Snead at 97 on the inside portion of the plate to make it 0-1. Curiel aboard on a walk in the first. Since then, a couple of ground outs to Keelan, the second baseman. Here's an off-speed delivery and a called strike. That'll make it 0-2.
Yeah, that was a good curveball. That had some real snap on it at 84 miles an hour.
Curiel, 2-strike approach here with a runner at first. Fastball launched in the air, line drive shot right at Inslee, and he'll make the play, and Stanfield retreats back to first base, 1 away.
Baseball's a funny game. Curiel hit it right on the button, and actually that ball was hit much better than Stanfield's ball was hit in the right center gap, and Curiel has nothing to show for it, and just a tough break for LSU.
Jared Jones to the plate now for LSU, the Tiger home run leader. He's 1 for 2, a strikeout to Doyle back in the first, aboard on a walk in the fourth, and a single for Jones in the 6th inning. Runner at first, 1 down. Swing and a foul back into the screen. Just missed on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Not by much, but it's 0-1.
Yeah, that caught a lot of the heart, and Jones didn't get cheated. Took a good hack, just barely missed it.
0-1 the count. Bottom of the 8th, 2-0 Tennessee leading here in game 1. The 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Fastball missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nate Snead looks in. Now will come set. Stanfield with a lead off of first. Here's the 1-1 to Jones. Nice breaking ball again. Catches the outside corner. Jones could not quite commit, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a really good curveball. A lot of times you'll see sliders thrown at 83 and 4 miles an hour. That's a good one that breaks north and south.
Called strike 3 on a fastball at 98 with no offer from Jones. Big time strikeout for Nate Snead, and there's 2 gone now in the bottom of the 8th.
And that's what makes velocity tough, when you throw a curveball like you threw the pitch before and then go 98 painted on the black, and it's absolutely a strike. And that's a situation where a good hitter like Jones, I just think he was guessing at that moment and just guessed wrong and took a pitch that was a good one. You got to tip your hat to Snead.
Daniel Dickinson now at the plate. First pitch missing outside. It's interesting. Snead, again, I'm not sure, that 92-mile-an-hour pitch.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's got to be the cutter, Chris. Yeah. But it's kind of backing up on him a little bit. It's not moving a ton.
The 1-0. This time the fastball at 97 right down the pipe, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Which a cutter's not going to move a bunch. Obviously, a slider's going to break more. It's not going to be thrown as hard. Cutter's going to move ever so slightly.
The 1-1. Missed low. 2-1 now to Dickinson. Daniel tonight 0 for 3, a ground out and a couple of fly ball outs, 1 to left and 1 to center field. Stanfield again at first with 2 outs. The 2-1 ground ball hit to third, going to be handled by Curley. The throw to second in time to get Stanfield for out number 3. Tigers again unable to make hay with a leadoff single by Stanfield. We head to the top of the 9th. It's 2-0 Tennessee. Back to the box after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bridgeway Hospice, the official hospice of LSU Athletics, is the champion's choice for hospice care in South Louisiana. With over 10 years of excellence and experience, Bridgeway has 3 locations to serve you and your loved ones: Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and Plaquemine. Ask for Bridgeway Hospice by name, your champion's choice in comfort and compassionate care. Bridgeway Hospice says, "Go Tigers!"
Louisiana, coming soon to a lottery retailer near you. The hottest tickets in town. The heat is on. Play Spice It Up from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Fiery wins are ahead. Play Fire It Up. Win up to $20,000. This ticket is smoking hot. Pick up White Hot Bingo. Top prize of $30,000. Blaze your way to riches. Play Blaze It Up. Top prize $100,000. Play all 4 Red Hot Scratch-Offs from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
I'm Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. Knowing the facts is the key to winning a case in court and also winning in life. To be a champion, you have to make good decisions, and one of those is to not vape. Vaping can destroy your lungs with toxic metals and chemicals. Some devices contain lead and nickel and even formaldehyde. Vaping can cause severe health problems, so choose to be a champion. Stay vape-free.
Paid for by the Louisiana Department of Justice.
The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. Your home for the Fighting Tigers. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU indeed will bring in a new pitcher, a sunshine pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning. Jacob Myers going to come out of the bullpen. Freshman right-hander, hard-throwing right-hander. Hoping he can have good control tonight, try to keep it a 2-0 Tennessee lead with a chance for LSU in the bottom of the 9th. Myers will face 8-9 in top of the order, starting with Antigua, the shortstop for the Volunteers.
Yeah, Myers 6'5", 220-pounder out of Gonzales, Louisiana, making his 12th appearance of the year. He has a 3.12 ERA, 8 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs, 13 walks and 16 strikeouts. And I mean, a true strikeout guy, almost 2 strikeouts per inning. The thing that can get him in trouble is the walks, as you heard, 13 walks and 8 2/3 innings. But when he's in the zone, he's really tough to hit. He's got a really lively fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour, and he comes from a high arm slot. And again, when he throws strikes, he's very difficult to hit. It just at times can get a little erratic.
Antigua on the night, 1 for 3, had a single back in the 2nd inning. Myers' first pitch inside, just missing Antigua, and it's 1-0. First offering, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, Jay Johnson has said it numerous times that if you had to ask him, a guy who certainly has all the skills to make it to the next level, it's Jacob Myers. This time the fastball at the belt at 97 evens it up 1-1.
Yeah, you start talking about averaging 2 strikeouts an inning. I mean, that's real dominant stuff.
The 1-1 delivery, a bouncer. Middle of the infield, coming over is Milam. Releases quickly to Jones for out number 1, and Antigua retired on the 6-3 ground out. So 1 gone here in the top of the 9th. That will bring Levi Clark, who came in to pinch hit for the starting DH, Jay Abernathy. Clark batting for his 2nd time tonight, as Antigua stopping at home plate to give some instructions to Clark on the right-hander Myers. First delivery, skips off the ditch, got away from Aaron Beatty, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Tennessee tonight, 2 runs on 8 hits. LSU scoreless on just 3 hits against Tennessee pitching. 1-0. Just missed the outside corner with a fastball. Now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch to Clark. High and inside, now 3-0.
Yeah, Myers a transfer from Nicholls State last year at Nicholls. He went 5-1 with a 4.58 ERA. struck out 106 batters, and opponents hit 165 off of him.
3-0 pitch. In for a strike. Well, that fastball had a little bit of run on it there. It's 3-1. Levi Clark, the right-hander, true freshman from Marietta, Georgia. 3-1 pitch down the middle again with a fastball at 98. That'll fill the count now, 3-2. Myers trying to climb the ladder here, record the second out. LSU one step closer to the bottom of the ninth. Payoff delivery. Low gets away from Aaron Beatty. It's ball 4, and that will put Clark aboard with 1 out. So the 1-out walk gets a runner aboard for the Volunteers. They've stranded 8 runners tonight. LSU on 3 hits and a couple of free passes have stranded 6 runners in tonight's game. Get a pinch runner here for Clark. It'll be Braden Sharp, a redshirt freshman out of the Woodlands, Texas. He will stand at first base as Dean Curley atop the order comes to the plate. For the 5th time tonight, he's 0 for 3. Board on a walk twice by a fielder's choice. Also had a fly ball out to Curiel and left. Myers working from the stretch. Fires low and away for ball 1. Fastball missing.
Yeah, Cooper Williams still getting loose down in LSU's bullpen. Left-hander Keelan and left-hander Fisher, the 2 and 3 hole, are due up after Curley.
The 1-0 hit high in the air to right field. Brown coming in. He'll have it for the second out of the inning. Retreating back to first will be the pinch runner Sharp. So Curley retired. That'll bring Keelan, the second baseman, who's 1 for 4. His single came back in the 6th. He came around to score that second run, or rather first run for Tennessee in that 6th inning. So now Myers, the right-hander, will face the left-handed hitting Keelan. Batting .406 on the year. Hails from Milton, Wisconsin. Myers checks the runner. Now fires. Swung on and fouled out of play left side. And it's 0-1. Tiger fans, if you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac maniac, prove it at the next home baseball game. You'll win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's One Love. Approaching the 1:00 a.m. hour here on Saturday morning. 2 outs, top of the 9th, runner at first for Tennessee. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs as Aaron Beatty climbs to get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keelan readies the bat, and Myers delivers. Again, fouled out of play left side. Gets Myers ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. You mentioned some of the free passes. The only blemish really on Myers here in his transfer season. But at times, the out pitch has also evaded Myers. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs, a runner at first. Runner goes, pitches high, Aaron Beatty sends it, but air mails it into center field. Milam was right there at second base, but he had no chance at that one, and in with the stolen base is the pinch runner, his first stolen bag of the year. So Tennessee with a runner in scoring position.
Oh yeah, and look, Myers again, he'll walk you, but his stuff is so good that a lot of times he can get out of jams that he's created. And the tough thing is now in the SEC, it's not as easy to get out of those jams as it was in the Southland Conference pitching for Nickel. So he just had to adapt a little bit to that. But this is a situation here where got to try to work himself out of it.
2-2 pitch to the plate, launched in the air, left center field, and this one's going to get down. Takes a bounce off the left center field wall, going to be picked up by Curiel, but an RBI double off the bat of Keelan. His second hit of the night, and now it's a 3-0 Tennessee lead. Unfortunately for LSU, things getting bleaker by the moment.
Yeah, that was a fastball that caught a lot of the plate, and Keelan just drove that ball opposite field, left center, and easy double.
And now you're reaching the heart of the order here for Tennessee as Andrew Fisher is 2 for 4 tonight, along with Chapman and Keelan with 2 base hits on the evening. And it looks like they'll intentionally walk Fisher, get to Hunter Inslee here, put runners first and second with 2 down. Myers looking for a strikeout, maybe elicit a ground ball out here with a force at any bag. Hunter Inslee, again, as we said, 1 for 4 on the night, and a single with an RBI in the 8th inning. Righty on righty matchup is Myers. Fires to the plate, and it's in for a strike. 0-1.
A good slider from Myers. If he could start landing those off-speed pitches along with that electric fastball, the sky's the limit for this kid.
The 0-1 missed inside, makes it 1 ball, 1 strike.
That looked like a better pitch than how Aaron Beatty caught it. It was right over the heart of the plate, but it was kind of caught awkwardly.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runners first and second with 2 outs. This time, a great job by Aaron Beatty. May have helped the home plate umpire that time with a good frame job, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I don't know if you believe in makeup calls. It could have even been a little bit of a makeup call, but the previous pitch looked a little better than that one. But again, a good job by Aaron Beatty of holding it tight there.
The 1-2 swing and a bouncer, could be trouble. Reeves ran into the base runner and he is out. Keelan made a beeline for third and ran right into Reeves, who was charging on the bouncer on the infield grass. Let's see if Tennessee wants to argue this at all. Looks like they're good with it. So again, miscue on the base pads for Tennessee results in out number 3. That was going to be a very difficult play for Reeves to get that to first to beat Inslee to the bag, but it looks like maybe, let's see, are they going to rebuke? No. Tennessee just taking their own sweet time to get off the field. So that will be the final out. We head to the bottom of the 9th. LSU, plenty of work to do. They trail Tennessee 3-0. It will be Fry, Milam, and Jake Brown coming to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you live in Louisiana, you know what the mini plants up and down the river mean for our state's economy. And for over 40 years, Action Industries has been committed to providing quality construction, maintenance, operational, and consulting services through the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com.
BRQ Seafood and Barbecue is a home run for flavor, excitement, and an unforgettable experience. Savor their daily specials or indulge in their brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Special occasion? Let BRQ cater your event or host your gathering on their outdoor patio, The Backyard. Now open daily. As the official catering service of LSU Athletics, they are the top choice for your game-winning celebrations. Visit online at brqrestaurant.com. See their daily specials, catering options, or to reserve a table. BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, where unforgettable moments await, both on and off the diamond.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shopover stay. Here, families and friends can enjoy shopping at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores, touring Homa's House Mansion and Gardens, discover the authentic taste of Noel Family Distillery and Sugarfield Spirits Distillery, or visit many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shopover spot. For more information, check out visitlasweetspot.com.
Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook Live and YouTube. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the ninth inning, LSU trailing Tennessee 3-0, and Ethan Fry to lead it off for the Tigers. He took the first pitch, which was ruled ball one, and then I believe some fans in the diamond deck tossed a baseball into right field. And there's a lot of jawing going on between the student section and the outfield for Tennessee, and now you've got the infielders for Tennessee making their way over to right field. I'm not sure what is going on here. Now our umpires are making their way out there. I'm not sure if the Volunteers want to get up in the diamond deck or not and settle this some other way, but now the umpires are telling everybody to get back to their positions here. And now we've got the LSU facilities crew on their way out there.
I'm wondering if the ball didn't hit right fielder there, Chris, because he was kind of like touching his arm, and they're making a bigger deal. I mean, a bigger deal. I know Tennessee at times makes big deals out of a lot of things, but I don't know that just a couple of college kids barking at
No, I think you're right.
You know what I mean? Would cause all this.
Yeah, they're actually have security out there now. The umpires trying to signal who they believe threw the baseball onto the field. So now they're going to ask that individual or individuals to get out of the ballpark. Again, we've seen a little bit of everything tonight. So, yeah, it looks like they have identified, or at least believe they've identified, the fan who's going to be asked to have an early exit here. Again, when it comes to baseball, there's a 1-0 count to Ethan Fry, who leads it off here at the bottom of the ninth. It'll be Fry, Milam, and Brown due up, barring a pinch hitter, which we don't expect here from the Tigers. So now we'll get back to baseball in just a moment. And Nate Snead fires. And it's a strike to Fry. And it's 1-1. Ethan 0 for 3 on the night. The 1-1. Missed inside, 2-1. Let me state the obvious. The Tigers down 3-0, need base runners. The 2-1, high chop towards third. Fielding it in fair territory and airmailing the throw and bringing Fisher off the bag was Curley, and Fry will arrive safely at first base.
Well, that's how it starts, Chris, and a lot of times to come back from a deficit, albeit only 3 runs, you need some good fortune. You need the other team to make an error, or you need the pitcher to give you a free pass, a hit by pitch, and then you get a ball in the gap, and then all of a sudden you got something cooking. Well, the error, we check on the error. Let's see if we can figure out a way for the next guy up.
Here's Stephen Milam. First pitch from Snead. Fastball for a strike. Curley at third base had to make a throw behind the bag about as far as you can throw from third base in fair territory, and he pumped once and then sent the throw a little high. 0-1 to Milam. Foul tip held on to by Peebles, and quickly it's 0-2. Milam tonight for the Tigers 0 for 3. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the ninth. The 0-2 pitch. Tapper foul. Right side, still 0-2 to Milam. LSU Athletics once again would like to thank its Team LSU corporate partners: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. Bottom of the ninth inning, 3-0 Tennessee leading here in game 1. Delayed due to lightning. Didn't get underway till 9:55 Central Time. Here's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball in on the hands, and Milam down on strikes. 1 gone here in the bottom of the ninth. That'll get Jake Brown to the plate.
Yeah, not sure Milam saw that pitch very well. You don't usually see that from the Tigers shortstop, as that thing just fell off the table down at his back left foot.
First pitch to Brown. Swung on, ground ball. Curley kicks the baseball. He'll have to track it down on the infield grass, and Brown arrives safely and Fry into second base with 1 out. So Curley now, a little bit of a liability for Tennessee over on the hot corner at third.
Yeah, well, I said in order to come back, a lot of times you need some good fortune, an error, a hit by pitch, a walk. Well, 2 errors works, and that was Curley's second error of the inning, and one swing of the bat, LSU got a tie ball game.
Tanner Reeves will bat for the first time tonight, inserted into the game after Braswell, the starting third baseman, was pinch hit for. First pitch to Reeves. Missing high above the letters, 1-0. Reeves, the redshirt junior out of Bottom, Texas. Another transfer out of the portal for LSU here in 2025. Snead's 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball missed too far inside. Now it's 2-0. And the Tigers down 3 runs. They've got runners first and second. Fry at second. Brown at first. 2-0 pitch. Reeves pulls the trigger, fouls it into the screen above the third base dugout of Tennessee, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good hack, was looking fastball, got it. Was a good pitch from Snead, but again, Reeves has good power. 28 homers in the last 2 years at Blinn.
That pitch outside. Now it's 3-1 for Tanner Reeves. That fastball off the mark from Nate Snead. Runners first and second, 1 out. Pitch to Reeves. Misses high, and LSU for the first time tonight has the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, there's your walk. 2 errors, a walk. Now all you need is a ball in the gap, or obviously a ball in the seats. Tigers go home happy.
Dalton Beck now will check in to pinch hit. A left-handed hitter against Nate Snead, the right-hander, with the bases loaded. So the Tigers going deep into the bench here as Beck will bat for Aaron Beatty in the 8th spot. Frank Anderson, the pitching coach, almost rarely ever comes out of the dugout with having a word first with one of the umpires. So he comes over and talks to Joe Harris, our home plate umpire, and maybe just wants to make sure. Now, you're marking this down. This is the first mound visit. Jay Johnson out there as well, pointing up number 1. So good on Jay to go out there and remind this umpiring crew that this is a mound visit. 1 out, bases loaded. A 3-0 Tennessee lead. Now the home plate umpire making sure all 3 of his colleagues realize that was a mound visit. He actually pointed to each one at first, second, and third. Well, if you make a mistake, make sure you don't make it again.
Give him, tip your hat to him. He wasn't going to make it again. At least we don't think. Well, time will tell on that.
Dalton Beck at the plate for the 7th time this year. First pitch from Snead inside, and Peebles sliding over to retrieve it. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Beck getting the pinch hit here was last year at Incarnate Word, the 2024 Southland Conference Newcomer of the Year. How about this? 377, 20 doubles. He hit 18 home runs and 67 RBIs in 57 games.
1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air down the line in left, but it will go over the screen and into the low seating. It is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Dalton Beck, the pinch hitter for LSU, with the bases loaded.
Yeah,
1 out.
Again, Beck's got some juice in that bat, so I like the call here from Jay Johnson with the pinch hit.
The 1-1. Missed outside, make it 2-1. Two-1 delivery. Beck swings up the middle, base hit into center field. Coming in to score is Fry. They'll wave Brown around. He will score, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Dalton Beck, I see you. A pinch hit. 2-run single off the bat of Beck. Still just 1 out, and the Tigers have runners first and second as Chris Stanfield comes to the plate. Right up the middle, put Nate Snead on his knees on the mound, almost took his cap off.
Had a kid, Matthew Beck, right back through the middle. You said it, Chris, took a pitch and didn't try to do too much with it. Hit a missile right back from where it came from. And things just got real interesting here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field.
Pitch to Stanfield. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Chris tonight 1 for 3. Had the bloop single to right center back in the 8th inning. He's got Reeves at second, Dalton Beck at first with one out. The 0-1. Missed low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, fouled off the bat. Spoils a 95-mile-an-hour heater from Snead, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stanny ready with the bat. The 1-2 pitch popped up into left field, shallow left field. Going back Antigua, he'll yield out of the way of Bargo, who will field it for the second out of the inning. That gets LSU to the top of the order, and Derek Curiel down a run, 3-2 to Tennessee.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Chris, of all the guys on this roster, this is the one guy I'd want up in this situation. I mean, I know he's just a freshman, but that's long gone. You could throw that out the door, him being a freshman. He's one of the most polished hitters on this team, has a great sense of the strike zone. I like the situation here.
Snead's first delivery. Able to get the breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curiel tonight. Reached base by way of walk in the first. Couple of ground outs and a fly ball out to center field. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back to the backstop, and Snead works ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, that was 2 of Snead's better breaking balls that he led off to Curiel. 1 first strike. That other one was going to be close, but it was down in the zone.
The 0-2 pitch. Missed upstairs, went back to the fastball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Curiel. 3-2, Tennessee leads, bottom of the 9th inning, game 1. Reeves at second, Beck at first, the 1-2 to Curiel, swung on, grab ball, base hit into right field. That's going to score Reeves. He'll come home. Headed into third is going to be Dalton Beck, and we are tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the 9th. Derek Curiel, the freshman from West Covina, California, delivers the RBI single to right.
Oh, wow. Man, this place is going crazy. What an at-bat. I'm telling you, there was nobody I'd rather have up than Derek Curiel. Takes a breaking pitch and stays on it, hits it hard enough past the first baseman Fisher through the 4-hole, and partner, we got us a ball game.
Jay Johnson now going to call another offensive timeout. Again, heads up play, not only by Curiel with the RBI single, but credit Dalton Beck. Never a doubt, around second and into third, and the potential winning run just 90 feet away for LSU. We got a 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, and it will be Jared Jones coming to the plate for the Fighting Tigers. Jones tonight, 1 for 3, a single in the 6th inning. A couple of strikeouts, was aboard on a walk in the 4th. Nate Snead looks in, first pitch, outside with a fastball, and it's 1-0. How about Dalton Beck? 7th plate appearance of the year. He's able to get aboard. Now he is at third base with 2 outs. Jared Jones at the plate. Snead's 1-0 pitch. Beautiful breaking ball. Had Jones bailing out, but it's across the plate with the break, and it's 1-1. Tennessee with 2 outs here, not holding Curiel. Not that it matters if Jones can find safely. He'll take off and get to second base. Fouled off, and he'll have to come back to first. It's now 1-2 to Jared Jones. Everybody on their feet here at the box. 3-3 our score. Runners first and third for LSU. 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Jones swings. This one's deep to center field, but Inslee goes back, and this ball is over the batter's eye. Tigers win. Tigers win. Walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The final 6-3 LSU. They take game 1 early in the Saturday morning hours as Jared Jones gets mobbed as he stomps on home plate. What a night, what a morning. 6-3 the final. Game 1 goes to the Tigers. Now the umpires and management trying to get LSU away from that third base dugout of Tennessee. They had listened to the Volunteers all night long. They just gave it back to them. 6-3 a final from Alex Box Stadium. LSU takes game 1. What a night, what a morning. Tigers win. Back after this with the Fighting Tiger 10th Inning Show presented by Women's Hospital on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, we got it covered.